We are 6 games into the seeding with Dunajská Streda. If we look at the results we've had so far, we did pretty well in friendlies, but if we skip past the friendlies, the real story here is we've made it all the way through to the Europa Conference League phase. We beat a team from Iceland in the qualifying... We beat a team from Iceland in the qualifying rounds. We beat Shakhtar Donetsk in the 3rd qualifying round, and then Hibs in the 4th qualifying round, and now we're in the Europa Conference League proper, which is very exciting. If we go to the overview here, I think it was like this message here. Europa Conference League fixtures revealed, which I can click into after smashing it a few times. We're going to be playing Genk, Strasbourg, Legia Warsaw. I thought it might tell us all of the teams there. It doesn't. We'll go back onto the fixture schedule. We are playing in the Conference League Genk, Rosenborg, Breidablik, FC Noah, Strasbourg and Legia Warsaw. So some interesting games that I think we can win, and games that I think will mean we're going to qualify for the knockout stages of the Conference League. We're also doing wonderfully well in the league. We've smashed Slovan Bratislava 4-0. We beat Spartak Trnava 5-1. We have beaten Zelina 3-0, and then we lost to a random team called Zemplin, who are second in the table, actually, to be fair, but they beat us 2-1, so that's our only slip-up so far this season. If we look at the league table, you can see we're top of the pile with 15 points to our name, 18 goals for, 3 against. 2 of them conceded to Zemplin, who are in second place. Spartak and Trnava are starting to climb back up the table, but Zelina, are right down at the bottom, and Slovan Bratislava are in 10th place. So it's a really dynamic table at the moment. Slovan Bratislava should be the team that are on top. They should be the team dominating, but so far they've been abysmal with losing 4 games. So we've had a really nice head start. Dunajská Streda have never won a league title before. We're looking to win their first ever league title. So I'm feeling pretty confident about our chances so far after 6 games this season. We've got international break coming up, and we've got a week left of the transfer window. So we may look to try and just bring in 1 or 2 more players, like this guy, El Kandusi, who is a 23-year-old left winger. We needed a little bit more cover on the left-hand side of the pitch from players who are based in the European Union. One of the rules that we have to play to in the Slovak League is you can only have 5 non-EU players in the matchday squad, and we have a lot of non-EU players in the entire team. So we need to try and bring in a few more EU players and get rid of some of the non-EU ones so we can have a full team that is working nicely for us. Let's just skip past all of those, press continue. So in comes El Kandusi, or Kandusi? Kandusi. I think it's Kandusi is how you say his name, probably. But in he comes. My friend is a social media manager at a random team, Zemplin. Ah, amazing. That's pretty cool, actually. Well, him and his team beat us at the end of last stream, so we need to do something about that. If we go back to El Kandusi, he's previously played at clubs in Belgium, although not particularly good ones. So we'll see how that one pans out for us. But he should be a decent player for us. Very good finishing, decent composure, very good pace. The downside is only left-footed as opposed to having a right foot playing on the left wing as an inside forward. We want him to have a right foot, but we'll see how it goes. He might offer us a different dynamic out there. He's not going to start anyway. He's only going to be on the bench for us because we've got, if I can find him on the... Oh, it's in fact Ramadan right here. Amar Ramadan. He's the man going to be starting for us although his finishing and composure aren't as good, and neither is pace. So actually, he might not be as good. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, shall we? As we get ready for a few games, we've got a few players leaving the club on loan as well. Leandro Felipe is one of them. He is, in fact, no, it's a loan. Actually, he's leaving the club on loan. He's a non-EU goalkeeper, so we've got to get rid of him, essentially, get him off the wage bill a little bit and get him playing some games, because he's got some good potential, but we need better players who are going to be starting in the non-EU player spots. So off he goes out on loan. He's the one who got us, essentially, to the league phase of the Europa League. He played in goal in those games, and he did a great job for us, and he's been rewarded by being sent away from the club in disgrace and exile, which is a little bit harsh. Needs to register players for the latter stages of the Conference League. Oh, I didn't want to have to do it now. Surely we've got a bit more time because we don't actually play in the Conference League until this. Okay, I think it might just be like a temporary thing right now because I'm sure we can register players later on down the line. Clear all, ask the assistant to pick. Any players that we want in there that aren't in there? Stefan Dukanovic might be useful. We've got the 2 goalkeepers. I say this. 2 right backs. Only 1 left back. We could do with another left back. Although, you can play left back, so I guess that's all right. We're about Barrio. Yes, Dukanovic is the one I want in there, but then we get rid of the homegrown players in Nation. So we have to unregister someone else, essentially, to get him into the team. And at the moment, there's no one that I actually want to unregister. Unless it's someone about to leave the club, one of our centre-backs. I don't think so. If we look at the transfers out... Yeah, no one's about to leave the club. Okay, well, it doesn't matter right now. We should be able to do it again at some point, shouldn't we? Registration. And we should get that all sorted out, shouldn't we? Where's it gone? There we go. Respond. We'll confirm that team for now. And hope for the best, essentially. Few days till the end of the transfer window. Let's just go back to our first team again. Familiarise ourselves with what we need to be doing here. Use team selection 1. So, Bartels are going to start in goal. Capanadze has to start at right back. It's actually better if we look on the tactics screen, because this tells us about foreign players, because the stream doesn't tell us about foreign players. So, Vaquero, Bettino and Capanadze are the foreign players starting. We then have Victor Dukanovic and Gagua on the bench, who are foreign players. I guess actually it's only really Barrow that we should maybe look to try and get rid of potentially. We need to get Vukanovic on the bench like that and then get him starting. So we'll quickly save the team lineup like that. Save team selection as number 1. Confirm that. Yes. So we've got a back at right back, 2 centre backs. Left back's a little bit of an issue, isn't it? We could look to bring in another left back, but El Canusi is going to come on for one of the centre backs on the bench, actually, I think, and then we'll just move him higher up the bench like that. So again, I'll just save team selection as 1, but he can cover at left back, so maybe that's okay, actually, to be fair. So really, it's now just a case of like, who can we bring in? We need more centre mids, don't we? Or defensive centre mids, because we've got Blasco, who's okay, but we need some better players there as well. Match squad. So we go to recruitment, player database. Interestingly, we were already looking for a defensive midfielder to bring into the team, and I don't know if we've got any more reports coming through. We have got £205,000 to spend on a player. Mark is a player that we're very keen on, but I believe, if I remember correctly, he wanted like £8,000 a week in wages. So I think he's kind of off the table in terms of that. I mean, we can make the offer and just see. They want quite a lot, don't they? Can we just go £200,000 here, please? 25% profit from next sale. No, they say no. Okay, well, we can't afford him then, essentially. This guy, Kaiserslautern, is on £6,000 a week. We've only got about £1,000, £2,000 a week to spend on wages. He wants 10 to 13, so we'll ignore him. You're not joining the club, Tobias. So now my attention thinks, well, should we look to bring in a youngster instead? But we've not got great youngsters scouted out here, as you can see. You've not got great potential either. You've got a little bit of something about you. Noah. But you're also worth quite a bit. If we're going to ask the agent about availability, yeah, we're not looking at great money there. It's at least £400,000. So, oh yeah, you're probably right, Kylo. I think you're probably right. Accepting the previous deal. Maybe go back then. Make an offer. It's going to have to be 200k up front and then instalments. Let's do it in 3 instalments of, let's just say, £75,000, and just make that offer and see what they say. Let's see if he brings his wage demands down at all. I mean, I don't think he will do. Loaner clock is a good plan. That might have to be the way to go, if I'm honest with you. Let's just see what happens with this offer and the wages. Oh, it does say that the bid has been rejected, so we can't really go for him then. We'll ignore him for now. Recruitment player database. Clear all of that. Let's go for loan listed. And we'll also make sure we add in their nationality is EU national. There are 2 players that we've scouted out that would be interested in a... Oh, it's transfer. Let's go loan interested. Or loan doubtful. Let's go loan doubtful. There's a few players there, but no one's exactly... Oh, I've not even selected position, have we? DM. Okay, there's no one there. Let's get rid of the scouted only. There's 179 players. Do we recognise any of these names, chat? Is Suleiman Mandi a player we need to look to bring in? At this point, it is a real gamble. Let's try and scout them out. We've got like a day to try and scout these players. I'm assuming if they play for Bayern Munich and West Brom and maybe Freiburg, they're probably decent. And RB Leipzig. They're probably decent players. Let's just go to just fully scouts. And then if we go now to recruitment and we go to recruitment focuses and then to scouting priorities, I'd like to make these guys... Oh, you have to like manually do it. That's annoying. Can I not just... I swear there was a way to just like prioritize number 1 now. Maybe there wasn't. Right, move you all the way up, fella. Oh, this is annoying, isn't it? I swear there used to be like a button that would... You could press it and be like, just prioritise scouting. That it would send to number 1 straight away. Maybe I'm missing it, but... There we go, he's number 1 now. In the hope that they just come back tomorrow with something on these players. If not, I might just go for the Bayern Munich man and just hope for the best and just get someone in, essentially. I've lost him. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. I actually can't be asked to do this to every single one of them. I don't even care. It's not worth it. Yeah, FM24 had a scouting priority button. Yes, it did, didn't it? I tried that first, Kiwi Enthusiast, but it didn't seem to do anything for all 4 of them. So there we go. One of those things. Right. Let's go forwards 24 hours and hope for the best. Oh, honestly, I thought they'd done it straight away there. These are other players that they've finished scouting out. So these are part of the under-18 squads for the Slovakian national team. We were scouting all these guys out last time out. Oh, you're a winger anyway. Not a bad winger, though, to be fair. And we could afford you. We could afford you. Dominic Tapaj, a goalkeeper at Rosenborg. We could do with a Slovak goalkeeper, maybe. How do you compare to the keepers that we have at the club? If we compare you to... Why is it just not in... Oh, it is in alphabetical order. But just not the alphabetical... I thought it was surname alphabetical order. Jan Christoph Bartels, there we go. Oh, Bartels is a lot better than you. We'll let you develop for a season at Rosenborg before we... Or Rosenborg. And then we'll think about maybe signing you at some point in the future. Also, this player is going to go out on loan, apparently. Seems good to me. If he's in the under-19 squad, let's do that. Let him go out on loan for a season. See what he can do out there and see if that will develop him into a first-team player. I don't think so. The under-18 team aren't brilliant. Hence why we're looking to scout all the Slovakian under-18 internationals to try and get them all signed up for the club. Right. Ramadan off the mark for Syria. Wonderful stuff. He's got his first ever international goal against Hong Kong. Superb work, fella. In his 20th cap, got his first goal. That's interesting. Right. Let us go back to recruitment, player database. Recruitment focuses, priorities. We didn't get a... Oh, we did. Oh, we did get some information. That was quite quick. Leading lower division player, so he's not worth signing at all. And what about you, fella? He's good for this. Okay. Oh, he's good for the league below us. You know what? He might be okay as a bit of a rotation option for us, just to bring in and help us out a little bit. Make a loan offer for him. They would require no wage contributions, but they want him to be an important player. We're going to have to go for squad player here and make that non-negotiable. But he can be... I'm just going to go non-selected there as well. Now what do they want? 30% of his wages. We can do that. We can do that as a squad player. Excellent. So that should be someone joining us as well just before the international break. Give those scouts a bonus for fast work. I know, they were really fast, weren't they? They were very handy at sorting us out there. Offer accepted, and he's set to come here on loan immediately. So Santos Daiba. David Santos Daiba. Or it's probably David, isn't it? Because he's Portuguese. David Santos Daiba or Daiba? What we say in chat? Who knows? Anyway, he's coming to the team. We've got another midfielder in there, which is very handy. He won't play an awful lot for us, but it's nice to have some rotational options in there, just in case things all go wrong. Welcome to the club. Hertz is going to welcome him into the team. I don't see why not. I'd be happy to introduce him to the squad. Excellent. Successful. Transfer window about to close. 2 new signings to start the stream. Great work. And we're going to get ourselves into our first game of the stream very, very shortly. We've got a week off. We've got Kamano to play, who are doing okay at the start. Are they third in the table, I think, maybe? I think they could be third in the table. This actually could be a top-of-the-table clash early on here. I'd say Santush Daibao. Nickname Big Dave. I think Big Dave works a bit better, if I'm honest with you. I think Big Dave is a name we can all get behind and help out. Yeah, the other guys weren't looking great either. So we picked the right guy with the Bayern man, I think. Yeah, Kamano are third in the table, so a big clash at the top of the league. We are at home, though, so that should be a decent result for us. I got him for my Bohemian save. He's an amazing signing. Okay, so maybe we should have inserted a future fee. My nickname is Big D. Big D, I like that. They call me Big Dog. That's what I'm affectionately known as to most people that I know. Big Dog. Woof, woof. "21-year-old here, centre back. He's worth quite a bit of money. But Teplici, is that how you say it? If any Slovaks in the chat, Teplici, is that how you say it, or is it just Teplice? I think it's Teplici, right? I believe. I think so. Also, James Weston, I did miss your channel member resubscription. Thank you very much. I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you? And also, Kingers, thank you for becoming a channel member on YouTube as well. Much appreciated. Do an Inverness Caledonian Thistle save, a team that just went through administration in Scottish League One, would be a good rebuild. Ooh, we could definitely do something with that on the YouTube channel, maybe. I rebuild Scotland's bankrupt club. That could be quite good, couldn't it? I want to keep tabs on this guy because he's got 5-star potential. I'm going to add you to my shortlist for a year. And then but you have got something about you apparently as a right back. Oh, you do have something about you. If only you were faster, I'd be very keen on signing you right now with marking, passing and tackling like that at 20 years old. We will add you to the shortlist for a year. And try and sign him in January. Working at FM26 Gunners women's side. How's it going with the women's team? You enjoying it? Have you won back the Champions League yet? Right, we're here now. Review team selection. We've had a bit of time off at international break. Vaquero's lost a little bit of match sharpness. Ramadan is somehow tied, although he was playing for Syria during the break, wasn't he? So maybe we'll forgive him for that. But yeah, I'm happy with that team. No changes to make, although Udvarosh is a little bit tired. He apparently needs to be monitored a little bit. So let's get him off the bench and let's bring on Santos. We'll bring on Big D. There we go. Big D's going to come on. And we'll see what he can do. He needs a number, as does El Kandusi. So as the winger El Kandusi, there was no like 7 or 11. So you can be 17, And I don't really want to give you number 8 because I feel like number 8 should be for a first team starter. That feels too much pressure to put on you. So we're going to give you 16 instead. There we go. Then he'll feel less pressure, I think, to perform. Won it before. New save. Oh, nice one. Congrats, man. I have a mod video idea. The World Super Cup, 206 national teams which played in World Cup qualifying, seeded by world ranking, top 40 given a bye to second round, round of 128. Everyone is seeded like in tennis. That is quite good fun, to be fair, Greg. I do like the idea of that. There's some really cool looking mods actually at the moment coming out. There's a camera mod that I want to try at some point, but I've not worked out how to install it yet. So when I give that a go, I will let you know. Right, first game of the stream then. Dunajská Streda taking on Kamano. First versus third. Let's see how this one goes. Kickoff is upon us. Let's drop to the broadcast view there as well. We're in the yellow and blue in our home kits because we are at home here today. Kamano in the white, and they're lining up a free kick here right on the edge of a D, and the wall pushes that one over the crossbar. What I need to do as well is turn off dynamic mode as well. There we go. We don't need it. We don't need it just yet. Yeah, Kiss is a crazy name, to be fair. That is cool. If only his surname was Kiss Me instead. He'd be amazing in an English countries, wouldn't he? Where's he from, actually? He's Slovakian, okay. Philip Kiss. Philip Kiss as well. Philip Kiss is bad. Who knows? All we know is he's Philip Kiss. And Kamano do have another attacking set piece on a highlight. This one goes in the back of the net, though. Not what we needed here at the start of the stream. We lost our previous game, remember? At the end of last stream. And now we find ourselves a goal down. Not what we needed or wanted. Right. Let's try and turn this around, shall we? By doing nothing until the second half, probably. Would you actually do the save soon because I did it and it failed miserably? I mean, I'd have to like work to see if there's a good video to be made out of it in the first place. But if it was a good video, we could and a good idea around it, we could definitely do something potentially. Do you play with the editor turned on? Not on a stream save, no. Bartels bringing the ball out from the back then. Kapanadze brings it forwards. And Gruber is there to get past his man. He's got 3 guys around him, but manages to get the ball away, only for Hertz to lose it. Kapanadze comes in, steals it back off the opposition here, and Ramadan's shot from distance off the crossbar, bounces off the line, and the keeper's lucky it doesn't bounce off the back of him and into the net. Oh, that's the closest we've come so far. Tough. Kiss equals P in Swedish. That's really interesting. Language is strange, isn't it? Language is very strange. Right, Mateta Pepper wins the ball back for us. Gets it into the centre circle. Finds Oro in front of him. Forwards to Gruber. Over the top. But not enough pace on the attackers to get on the end of that one. We're approaching half-time here. Still 1-0 down here. And Gambaya is absolutely rinsing our team for pace here and dribbling ability. Oh, he's just toying now. He's toying with our left-back. He deserves a goal on the end of this. You know what? I'm not going to try and pronounce this guy's name, but I think they deserve that goal. You can't do anything but applaud there. You can't do anything but... I mean, 3 cheers for Gambaya. 3 cheers for Gambaya. Player of the match for me. Hip hip. Hooray in the chats. Hip hip. Hooray in the chats. Hip hip. You know what to do. Hoorays in the chat, please, for Gambaya. Who is the right winger. Was very, very deep to win the ball there. Fair play to him. This is not very good for us, though. This is horrendous for us, so I think a few changes are going to be needed here. Thank you, Angry Phil. Free kick for us, though. We can bring one back just for the half-time whistle. Niko Vukanovic One of our summer signings, the German centre-back, fires that one into the roof of the net. And we manage to get ourselves back here on slightly better terms. I'm about to say level terms. We're 2-1 down, aren't we? It's not a draw yet. Terrible so far. Sort it out, please. What we'll do is we will make a few changes early in the second half, I think. We'll just see how the players react to the team talk. I thought we were going to score a goal immediately then. Sadly not. Ball out of play. Highlight going to continue? Yes, it will. Ramadan. Back to Vaquero. Vaquero. Nice low cross. And Gruber's there. 47 seconds into the second half. Essentially, the goal's been scored about a minute apart from each other. Technically, 16 because of half time. But straight back in there. We're done messing around now, and Vaquero's low effort there. Gruber's first to react, and the keeper goes down way too early. And Gruber puts it behind him. Crazy comeback on the horizon. I think the crazy comeback is coming right now. .55 minutes on the clock. We may make a couple changes in a minute. Mateta Pepper. Ramadan, even though he's got the assist, is not playing well. And Trusa also not playing particularly well. We have got adequate replacements on the bench. Neither centre mid is playing particularly well, so I guess we've got the new guy to come on there as well. Trusa finds Oro. Oro, shot from distance. Pushed behind by the keeper. Let's make a few changes here. Gaggo is going to come on for Trusa. Let's bring on the new boy. Has he got a left or right foot? Right only, apparently. So let's bring him on for Oro on a yellow card. And then, do we want to give El Kandusi a little run out there? I'd be tempted to do that. And we could bring on, not Ramadan, sorry, Djukanovic on as well. Could bring him on through the middle. Let's see what he does with that, shall we? Favourite FM save you've ever done? I would say the Pentagon challenge that we did a couple of years ago. Maybe about 18 months ago. A couple of years ago, it might be a couple of years ago now, to be fair. We'll do a new one for FM26, and we'll probably do it as a hexagon challenge. We'll try and include like Oceania in there with New Zealand and a few of the islands, Pacific Islands and things like that. That'd be kind of fun to do, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how many good databases are made for those kind of areas of the world. Question, is there anything I can do about the quality of talent in my youth intake, or is it just pure random every time? Yes, plenty you can do. You can improve your youth facilities. You can get the board to invest more money into your junior coaching and youth recruitment. Your head of youth development can be improved as well. We can see how good you can improve the head of youth development and have someone with better reputation and better scouting and all that kind of stuff to bring better players through. So there's loads you can do to increase your chances of getting a good youth intake. But that's all it is. It increases the chances of getting good players. It isn't a necessary guarantee, but it increases the chances. Unfortunately, we've only drawn 2-2 here. Despite dominating that second half, I think we've done well to get a decent draw out of that after being 2-0 down. But you look at the match stats and think, how have we not even won that? But it's a point on the board at least. We've not lost. We'll take that for now, I think. Have other games been played yet? It looks like they have done. And it looks like if we go to the league, Zemplin must have lost because they're still on 13 points, 3 points behind us now. So who did they play? Jelena finally won a game. So they're starting to get better. Oh, Zemplin lost to Trenchant. Okay. 3-0, quite convincingly. Fair play. So up next then we've got... now I can't really say this team. Anyone Slovak in the chat now to say this team's name. Is it Koshi? Is it Koshis? Koshais? I don't know how you say it. I need to learn Slovak properly. In fact, what we could do here is use Google Translate. If we go to Translate I need to find the team actually, don't I? Slovakian football teams. Kosice. Kosice. Kosice? Kosice. Is that how we're saying it, Leon? Kosice? 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 Kosice. Kosice feels like it could work. If I can... Oh, they're bottom of the table in real life. Ooh. Right. Listen out, chat.
Košice. Košice.
Košice.
Košice.
So we've got Marcus in the chat that says it is.
Košice.
Oh, I guess I can see Kosice.
Košice.
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 Košice. I think we've got it. Košice. We're playing them next. Fingers crossed it all goes well. We need a win. We've not won in 2 now. Maybe Football Manager isn't as easy as we thought it was. We had a great start to the season, but now it's not quite working out for us. Let's see how it goes. Greetings from Slovakia. Greetings to Slovakia. Hope you're doing well. Glad to have you here, my friend. You can read C always like you're here now. Košice. 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 I will forget it. I know I will forget it. But we'll give it a go. Can look up any team results even if loaded in the database. No, you've got to have the league loaded up as at least view only. European competitions, like you can see all those kind of results, but you need the league loaded up. At least as view only to see league and stuff like that. Pronunciation is pretty good for a non-native speaker. Oh, you're making me blush now. You're making me blush now. Košice. I'm getting there slowly. I'm getting there slowly. I mean, don't ask me about some of these names. Hugo Pavek. That might be an easy one, to be fair. Samuel Baggin. Feels like an easy one. Tomasz. Now the double S with the accents is throwing me off. Jajo. Tomasz Jajo. Tomasz Jajo is what I'm thinking that is. Tomasz Jajo. Vincent Chyler. Arthur Gajdosh. That's definitely not right. That is definitely not right. Arthur Gajdosh is not correct at all in the slightest. Patrick Delay. I thought someone was coming through the ceiling then, jeez. David Bukowski, I think, probably. And Košice. Excellent. I mean, I'm basically fluent at this point, if I'm honest with you. You actually look like you could have something about you, to be fair. 18 years old, on the right wing. You've got a bit of something about you. Just call them player A, B, and C. I think you're probably right. Gajdosh. That's how you say it? Gajdosh. So the J's like a Y in Slovak, is it? Ah, yeah, the J's are Y sound like Bojan. Ah, okay. I'm basically going to be fluent by the end of this series that we do and long-term save we do. I will be fluent. Right, game day. 7:30 kickoff on a Sunday. Review team selection. Do I want to change for team lineup at all? I don't think I really do, if I'm honest with you. The very best team are out there playing their football right now. We could do with getting some match sharpness into a couple of these other players, to be fair. So, but we need a win. So I guess we should start with the best players and then bring the other guys on as and when we need to, I suppose. When you're playing Tanava, we played them on the opening day of the season. We beat them like 5-1 on the opening day of the season. So it won't be for a little while until we play them again. The start to the season has been really bizarre. Okay, Košice, let's see what you've got as they play in the yellow, I believe, as the home team. We're in this lovely away kit that I'm also wearing right now in reality. So we'll see how we perform in this pretty little number. Looks like, I'm assuming that's a full-time result between Ružomberok and Slovan Bratislava at 1-1. Either that or they've scored their goals immediately. But Vaquero's got a chance now to find Ramadan. Ramadan back to Vaquero. There's Hertz over the top to Ramadan. He's got people in the middle and somehow Gruber has not put that in the back of a net. The keeper does an amazing job to make a save there. And we aren't 1-0 up in this game, frustratingly. But they're the sorts of opportunities that we need to be scoring. If you think you don't win this game, you have to pronounce all the teams in the Slovak League perfect league. Well, we're going to win it, and I can do it already anyway, so it wouldn't be impressive. It wouldn't be impressive. Currently trying to win the Champions League with Dinamo Tbilisi. Wish me good luck. Good luck, man. That is a difficult challenge. How's it going so far for you? I presume you've not won it just yet. Wow, Košice, the first team to get 0 out of 18 in the Champions League group stage. That's not a record that you want to have, is it? Vaquero's picked up a knock here early on. I think let's protect him and take him off and bring the new boy on, El Kandusi. He can play there. He's more of a left winger, but he can play at left back, which is actually really handy to have on the bench, thinking about it. He will be a very versatile player. Oh no! Bratislava are playing right now. They both just scored their goal in like the first 10 seconds of the game then, because they're now 2-1 up against Ružomberok. So there we go. Half-time 0-0. Not ideal, that is it. Let's do what we did at the last game. Not good enough. Absolutely unacceptable. Everyone looks fired up. And now we're going to get ourselves out there and score a goal within 10 seconds. Play my save in Bulgaria and will not be attempting to pronounce anything to do with that save correctly. I'm with you on Lack, to be fair. If I didn't have to speak, I wouldn't. I'd just live in my own head of ignorance and bliss. But I've got to learn things now of how to pronounce things properly. Unfortunately, this Košice defence are holding up quite well until Kapanadze's corner. The red-booted Georgian finds the edge of the 6-yard area cleared only as far as Mateta Pepper. He's got the ball in a wide area, has to go all the way back to Oro. Nemanic, Hertz, back to Nemanic, forwards to Ramadan, over to Trusa, who's offside. Ay, ay, ay. I wish they showed us the replays of the offside, because I have no idea how close he actually was there. He's on a 6.2 rating though. He has just scored technically a wonder goal, but he's apprehensive. Let's get him off the pitch. And let's also maybe have to drop Mateta Pepper for a couple games. Let's put Ramadan through the middle, see what he does, and bring Djukanovic on the left-hand side. Gruber also not playing particularly well, so let's bring Redzic on as well. Let's do all the changes at the top. 3 changes to see if this affects our attack whatsoever. It's not looking too likely though, I'll be honest with you. Kapanadze, another corner. Into the middle. Cleared. Hertz is there. It bounces round. And Niko Vukanovic, who scored in the previous game, has now got another goal for us. A little bit fortunate with that one. The ball pinged around the area and the keeper could do nothing about it. The shot comes in. I think it takes at least 3 deflections there before just dropping to the feet of Vukanovic, who puts that one in the back of a net. Radosh, thank you very much for the tier 1 over on Twitch. Glad to have you here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Who else not playing particularly well? No one's... Oro again having quite a tough game out there. Let's give Blaszko a run out there this time and see what he can do. He's the youngster that we own, who's actually probably not bad in midfield and could do with a bit more game time. He's only about 18 or 19 himself, so has got potential to develop and get better. A second goal here would go a long way to helping us feel secure in this game. My girlfriend's from Košice. Amazing. That's quite cool, actually. Unfortunately, we are beating them, so she won't be too happy with that, I'm sure. But hopefully we're going to get a second goal here, make ourselves feel a little bit more comfortable, improve that goal difference, and extend our lead above the teams, ahead of the teams below us in the table. Ramadan's got the goal, playing through the middle. Who was that took the shot originally? Was it the new boy? El Kandusi taking that shot to start off with. It may well have been. Leon, thank you very much for the prime. Much appreciated, fella. Yeah, it's El Kandusi. Takes the shot. Keeper can only parry it into the feet of Ramadan, who makes it 2-0 here with 5 minutes to go. And we are going to win this game. I always forget to use my prime sub, says Leon. Well, look, fella. If it's available, you know where to use it. You know where to use it. Hertz have a fantastic game on an 8.1 rating there. He gets man of the match as we win 2-0 for our first win of the stream. Nice win, everyone. That was great work. And what does that do for the league table? That keeps us on top by 3 points ahead of Zemplin, who are still winning their games, by the way. Or getting back to winning ways. They seem to be matching us quite nicely, don't they, in terms of win and lose at the same time. So we keep this consistent 3 points ahead of them, don't we? Huge. So, where are Jelena? They're out the relegation zone now. They've won 2 games in a row. Slovan Bratislava also won 2 games in a row. They're up to 5th place. Spartak Trnava have just drawn after winning 2 in a row, so they're in 4th place right now. They're 7 points behind us. It's a nice place to be. It's nice to be 7 points ahead of these teams this early on in the season. But clearly all 3 of them were massively out of form when we played them and battered them. I feel like when we play them for the second time this season, it's going to be a lot more difficult, and that's where we may start to falter a little bit. So it's so important we get points on the board right now and just hope for the best, essentially. We've got a cup game coming up next. It's Inter Bratislava. Inter Bratislava. No relation to Inter Milan by looks of things in terms of the logo or the affiliated clubs, I would say. What we should do maybe, actually. Have we got any affiliated clubs? We've got 3 affiliated clubs. We've got a random team here called Dunajská Streda. I presume this is just a really lower league affiliate team of a semi-pro. I don't really know what this team is. I don't think we can really do much with it because there's 16 senior players, but they're all the fake greyed out players. Although the greyed out seems to be green this time around, apparently. Interesting. So I presume this is some sort of like second team, like, you know, regional lower league team or something along those lines. It says a mutually beneficial relationship. There we go. We've also got a link with FC Samarin in the 2nd division, a local partnership where players are loaned out. Ah, okay, that could be quite useful to have, you know. That could be very useful. And we've also got this team in Hungary called Győr Ito, and this is the reason I believe that Dunajská Streda weren't allowed to play in Europe in real life, because this lot were in it instead, and they're like part of the same ownership group, I believe. Oh, any green names? Oh, it's the women's team. I'm an idiot. Of course that makes sense. Of course that makes sense. Why did I not realise that? That was silly of me. Apologies, everyone. I now understand that. So they're the women's team. I've just never seen it on the. It's probably there all the time. I've just never looked on the affiliate screen. So there we go. I think it'd be quite nice to ask the board for a senior affiliate and see if we can get some high value players on low wages, essentially. Please work with what you have available to you right now. It's not been long since you joined the club. Okay, well, Oscar is not particularly pleased with my suggestion of trying to find a do you want to find like a junior affiliate to maybe help our scouting knowledge? It's not the best method to enhance our club scouting. We are allowed to reply to this, though. Let's say we're going to get left behind by biggest rivals if it doesn't happen. Oh, after careful consideration, we're going to give you what you asked for. Brilliant. Now, I've not been at the club long enough to actually decide the club myself, so they should come back to me and they should say that we found some clubs, but it's not uncommon for them to come back and say, we found no one, so we will see. Yes, assistant manager does my training for me because I never quite understand it. Had similar Partizan Belgrade, need at least half a season. Yeah, you do, don't you? I was a bit trigger happy there, looking for a senior affiliate, but we can get a junior, hopefully. We'll see what they come back with in a few days' time. So we've got a cup game right now against Inter Bratislava. They play in the second division, and they're currently third in the table, so we won't go too easy on them. We will change the lineup, though, obviously. Vaquero's actually injured now. That's not ideal for us. Out for 4 weeks! Oh, Vaquero. Right, in that case, Barrow is going to start this game. We're going to start the new guy on the left wing. We're going to start Gagua up top. We're going to start Redzic. We're going to start Stefan Djukanovic instead of Mateta Pepper. Let's get Blaszko. What does Blaszko like to do? He is more of a playmaker, probably, actually. So we'll get Blaszko on the left. We'll get the new boy Santos on the right. Bationa can play. Yapi can play. Why not? Have we got any more centre-backs? Blazek can play. Why not? I mean, we'll just rotate the whole team. I said we weren't going to change too much, didn't I? And then I think we have changed every single player on the pitch, haven't we? I think we have made 11 changes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might have to get Viktor Djukanovic off the bench to keep with the rules, but that should be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's all right. Oh no, hang on. Why is Kapanadze in goal? That's not meant to happen. Whew, good job I spotted that. Popovic, you go in goal. Thank you. That was almost a disaster. Almost a disaster. Okay. A full change to the lineup then for this cup game. Let's see how we get on here against Inter Bratislava. Are we home or away? Away from home. Okay, so we've travelled to the capital. It's not too far away. I presume they're playing a pretty strong lineup here. It's winnable. Let's make sure we go out there and win this game. So I'm not quite sure what this cup competition is called. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to just Google Slovak Cup. The Slovak Cup here. Have we ever won this before, the Slovak Cup? It doesn't look like we have. No. Oh no, hang on. We got to the finals in 90... Oh no, we have won it. Dunajská Streda have won it. So they won it in 1986-87. And that's it. Runners up in 93 and 95. But 1987 is the last time Dunajská Streda won the league title. Sorry, the cup. Which is interesting because they wouldn't have been a top division side at that point, would they? Oh, we've scored, by the way. I wasn't paying attention. Look, I'm reading the Wikipedia page of the Slovak Cup right now. Yeah, they won it in 1987. Runners up twice. But it's interesting. So the history on the Wikipedia page only goes back to 1994. And that's when it wasn't a Slovakian league, I don't think. That might have been... Oh, no, it was. Yeah, they were in the top division then. Okay, they were in the top division then. They just dropped down to the third division in the early 2000s. Or the sort of the late noughties. We're learning here. I'm learning. Never won a league title, but they have won the cup once in the 80s. That's what we have to remember then. So we're going to try and win this for the first time since the 80s then. Always top division, but division was a federal league. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Makes sense. It's a very interesting history, that area of the world, isn't it? At least I think so. Right. Blaszko gets the ball out wide to Barrow on that far side of the pitch. Cross comes in. Redzic is there, pushed over. That's got to be a penalty. Easy penalty. Easy penalty. Right, who's taking this one with all the regular starters off the pitch? I'd imagine Gagua. Blazek. Well, that's what you get for putting a centre-back on penalties. I think maybe we should try and set up some penalty-taking duties properly, because why a centre-back is taking the penalty there, I have no idea. And bless him now, he's on a 6.1 rating because of that. That's going to be terrible for him. I'm a fire hydrant. The goal of the save is to win the Champions League. We're going to be winning the Champions League here with the Dunajská Streda. I promise you, we're going to do it. Even if it takes us 30 seasons. Hopefully it won't take us that long, but we'll see. We'll see. Long goal kick from Inter Bratislava. Bationa collects it, plays it out to the left-back Barrow, who's going to be playing quite a few games in the next few weeks due to the injuries that we've got in the team. Gagua, the striker, comes deep to collect it, finds the right-back Yappi, gets past two players, low cross. Redzic scores. You love to see it. You love to see it. You watch him, he'll be your best penalty taker in the starting 11. He probably will be. That's probably wise on them because we've not set penalty takers ourselves. That's probably why he's defaulted to him, which is very concerning. Penalty taking is 8, finishing 7, composure 11. What's Gagua got then? Penalties 7, but his finishing's 9 and yeah. So I guess technically the penalty attribute is his best. Redzic, 5. Jukanovic, 5. El Kandusi, 5. Oh my word. Luckily, we are 2-0 up now after Redzic gets his goal there as well. His second of the game puts him on a 9.3 rating. Maybe we should put him on the penalties to have his hat-trick. El Kandusi does well to get away from his man, gets in the channel far side of the pitch, looks to put in a low cross, does so. And Gaga was there to make it 3 at half. I think we're through this round of the Cup. I think we're through this round of the Cup. Yeah, not bad at all, that. Not bad at all. What EPL team do you find most interesting to play in FM26? I would say... I think for me it'd always be one of the newly promoted sides. I imagine Sunderland are really good fun to use actually in this year's FM26. I think they'd be really fun to manage and try and get something to work. Like obviously in the last few years, Luton would be really good to do like an FM24, right? And if FM25 had come out, Ipswich would have been really good fun to do. But I think Sunderland this year are the team where you'd be like, well, yeah, that's quite fun. Because they actually do a bit of money, don't they, behind them? And they've got a decent side. I think you can do some nice stuff with them as well. How's he not scored that? El Kandusi, still looking for his first goal since joining the club. Almost scored in his previous game. His shot was deflected into the path of someone else who did score. Brighton start with a 100 million transfer budget. Okay, that's quite fun, to be fair. I'd enjoy doing that. Loving El Kandusi, should start him. Can he show his attributes? We'll look at his attributes in a second. Wow, 9.6 rating for him. I didn't spot that. He's clearly doing something right, isn't he? 12 dribbling, 13 crossing. Other way around, actually. 14 pace, 11 composure, 14 finishing. We are playing him as an inside forward, actually, so you can kind of see that that's the attributes there. Good flair, good passing. Very good determination. He does look like a pretty decent player. The issue is, technically the best player on paper in the squad that we've got is Ramadan, who normally plays on the left wing. Somehow Gagua has not done that. How has he not put that in the back of the net? Insane. Deflected shot. Popovic makes a decent save. He'll be looking to impress today, won't he, Popovic? He's not really had much of a look in at all this season. He didn't start in the Europa League because we had the Brazilian who's now gone out on loan instead. We've got Christoph Bartels, who's our first choice in the league. Popovic has got the foreign player nationality. He's Serbian, so he's not an EU player. So he just kind of gets pushed to the side a little bit when it comes to goalkeeping decisions now, I'm afraid. But he's our backup goalkeeper. He'll play in the Cup, I think. I think I'll trust him throughout the Cup. That's got to be a red card. That's got to be a red card here. Straight red there for the Inter Bratislava man, and Yapi may have picked up an injury here as he's being treated, although he's not coming off the pitch just yet. I think what we'll do is we'll probably just keep the 11 that started playing the full 90 minutes. Oh, we've hit the post. Oh, we've been saved. Should have been 4. Should have been 4. I don't think there's anyone on the bench. Oh, Taboli may want to come on a little bit as a midfielder, but we also want to give Santosh... actually, Santosh is up to full match sharpness now, so let's get him off. Let's bring Taboli on then. And that's the one change that we'll make, I think, in this game. Try El Kandusi at attacking midfield. Not a bad option. I don't think he's actually... Oh, he can play there. I only saw him as like a left-sided play. He can play there. That's actually not a bad option. Yeah, the Sunderland documentary first would be quite good fun. Rosina, hello mate, good to see you. Welcome in. Redzic with the corner. Far post. Gaga was there. That's 4-0. If it wasn't already, the game is certainly over right now. Do starting budgets change depending on manager rating at the start of the game? I don't think so, no. To my knowledge, that's not something that happens. Good work, Gagawa. Okay. God, 26 shots we had in this game with our backup. If we ever get relegated, we'll be absolutely fine. Redzic is desperate for his hat-trick. He's not going to get it like that, though. Yeah, Gagawa does look very tall, actually, doesn't he? He is, if we can double-check here, will it tell us here? 193 centimetres. So just a centimetre taller than I am. 6'4". Big boy. Inter Bratislava, the second division team, they might be happy actually to lose this game. They're third in the second division. They're looking to get themselves promoted. So the less distractions they have in the cup, the better. And they've not played awfully today. At least going forwards, they've had the upper chance, haven't they? Defensively, to have a 10 rating, a 9.7 and an 8.6 in the opposition attackers suggests your defenders have not been doing very well at all in the slightest. But Brandish sends the ball into the middle. Cleared. Back to him on this near side. They still can't score. Denied by the post. And that's going to be the last little bit of action in this game as we defeat the 10 men of Inter Bratislava 4-0 in the Cup. Excellent. Adjust the team. Nice work, everyone. That was good. Gotta say, Tom, it's the only part of the videos I can't deal with, and it's the that you changed. You see him for height instead of change it to feet and inches. Yeah, I think I probably use feet and inches more personally, but I don't think there's a way to just do that normally, is it? Like if I go to, like, where is it? Detailed. Where would it be? Preferences. Oh, you can change that. Yeah, I'll go feet then on that. Everything else I am metric. But at people's height. See, people's height is feet and inches for me. That's what I do. But everything else is centimetres and metres. Let's do that, shall we? That's a little better, isn't it, maybe? 6'3". There we go. I didn't realise. I thought it was like all units in the game are either metric or imperial. But then obviously it's not, so we can do that. Brilliant. Tom, are you a Lincoln fan? Yes, I am. I presume with a username like yours, you're also a Lincoln fan as well. Yeah, Zealand's American, so all American sports for everything is worked out as yearly salary, isn't it? It's never done in like the weekly stuff. It's always done yearly, so it makes sense. Shimon Fashko. Centre mid. 19 years old. Doesn't look too bad, does he? Does not look too bad. Another player from the Slovak youth teams that we need to keep an eye on. As is Jan Mergash. Another defensive midfielder to keep an eye on at 21 years old. Playing for Admira Wacker. Admira Wacker. Why is there a little slash in there? Like Boda Glimt? Why is there a slash in Boda Glimt? Why is there a slash here in Admira Wacker? Good badge, by the way. I like the badge. Yes, I'll be at the Port Vale game. Yes. Change your negatives to minus as well. Yes, change the negatives to minus. I did do that. That was one of the first things that I did. That was very confusing for me. Right, good result there. We've got a game against Trenčín. Again, that's a team name we're going to have to learn how to pronounce. If we look at the Slovak First Division from last season. Right, listen out.
Trenčín.
Trenčín.
Trenčín. Trenčín.
Trenčín.
Trenčín.
I don't know. Trenčín feels a little bit spicy. I don't know. Is it Bird Glimt due to it being two towns? Oh, that would kind of make sense. I'd prefer it was Birda and Glimt. The slash feels very weird, but that makes more sense.
Trenčín.
Trenčín. Trenčín. Trenčín it is then. We've got them in 2 days' time away in the league. I think they've had a decent start to the season. Oh, they've not. They're down in 8th place. Okay, this should be a fairly decent win. I played for the Trenčín youth teams. Oh man, that's sick. What were the facilities like? If you're rating it from if you're rating it from like a concrete tennis court you've got to play football on, that's a level 1, and then you've got La Masia at number 10. Where is it on the scale between 1 and 10 in terms of the facilities there in the youth teams? I do like their logo, to be fair. Very unique. Feels quite cool. Our focus, though, has to be on the Thursday game against Genk. That's going to be one of our more tougher games in the Europa Conference League. That won't be easy. I want 2 separate teams, so it's a fusion sign. Ah, that makes more sense. I get it. Right, use team selection 1. Let's get everyone back in the first team. Apart from Vaquera, who's got to come off, obviously, for Barrow. I want to save we could play El Kandusi at left back, but I kind of want to save him. You're right, it does look like a FaZe logo clan. You're right with that, actually. Yeah, let's go back to his first choice team, just for this next game. We'll take off some key players as and when we need to. Obviously, winning the league title is high on our priority list, and I think that's something we do need to remember. Number 99 up front. Must have a big ego. And he's called Dusberg. Dusberg score? Probably not. Unless he does score, and then it'll be frustrating. Don't know how high it ranks on the ratings out of 10, but I'm pretty sure Shrewsbury Town used to practice on a public football pitch behind the Shrewsbury Leisure Centre. That's incredible. But that is lower league football, I suppose, for you sometimes, isn't it? I think it's obviously in the last 20 years got a lot more professional across the board in the Football League. But yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure Lincoln used to train at a school. I'm sure Lincoln City at one point didn't have a training ground. In fact, they didn't have a training ground for a long, long time. And they trained at a local army barracks for quite a while. I'm pretty sure they trained at a school for quite a while as well. So they have now got a training facility, like purpose-built one. But for years and years and years, they were at schools and military barracks and all sorts. It was a bit of a weird place, I think, to probably come as a player and move around training like that. It wasn't like the other clubs around. Lobotka Skirtle and Leon Bailey play for Trenčín. I did not know that. And he'd rate it as a 7. That's pretty cool. That's very high praise, actually. So we should be scouting their youth team, basically, is what you're telling me. Try and find some decent guys there. Hola, Juanito. I hope I said your username correctly. Hi Tom, recently got back into FM. Have you got any easy-ish teams not in the UCL that I could do? I have some mods so I can do any country. Thanks. I say if you're learning it back again, you'd want to be with a big team, like because generally if you're with a big team, you sort of work out what's going wrong fairly quickly. Because if you're like Liverpool and you're losing 5 games, you know you're doing something wrong, for example. So I would say... I mean, I'd just have a look at the last season's Premier League or La Liga or Bundesliga and just see which big teams missed out on European football, I would say. I mean, you could do Chelsea in the... oh, no, they're in the Champions League, aren't they, this season, aren't they? I think they won the Europa League and go to the Europa League, but they're in the Champions League, aren't they? Villa would be quite good there. Are they in the Champions League? They might be, actually, you know. Anyway, that's my advice on that. Just see who finish outside the Champions League in like England or things like that, and have a look. Maybe you'd go for like I know Sporting and Benfica are in the Champions League, but I don't think Porto made it, so Porto would be quite good. And then you also get to use one of the best wonder kids in the game in Rodrigo Mora at Porto. That would be quite a good one to do, I think, probably. I think most of the big teams did qualify for a European competition. I mean, Ajax could be good. I never remember. I think Villa might be in the Europa League. I don't think in the Conference League. Conference League is Palace. No, it's not, is it? It's no, it's Palace, and it's Forest in the Europa League, isn't it? Forest Europa League, and I think it's Villa with them in the Europa League. I'm panicking now. The slash in Bodo Glimt was used to differentiate it between a different club with the same name of Glimt. The Bodo is added to signify which town they play in. Ah, Alan, you sorted it. Thank you. Getafe or Lille are very decent shouts there, actually. Lille would be my shout on that one, probably. I like Lille as a team. Some very decent players. Jonathan David's in there as well, of course. You could use him quite nicely. Also, I've not been paying attention to anything going on in this game right now. And we have just conceded as soon as I start paying attention. This is not good. Let's make some changes very quickly. Our first teamers are losing. El Kandusi through the middle. And then Viktor Djukanovic on the left. I should have been paying attention. Kick off those straight away. Barrow. The temporary left back finds Oro in front of him. Forwards to Capanadze, who plays the ball through to Gruber. Gruber, how has Gruber not scored there? The hesitation was wild. Oh, Gruber. We should have taken him off as well. He's the one guy in the attacking quartet we didn't take off, and he has not found the back of a net there. That's criminal. Criminal, I'll have you know. Barrow. Back to Nemanic. Forward to Barrow. Gets past his man quite nicely. Ball into the middle. Gago off the post. Capanadze shot saved. Oh, I can't believe this. Maybe Football Manager isn't easy. Maybe I got too confident. I mean, they might get a red card here. Come on, ref, get that red card out. He's on a yellow already. Just pushed over the man out of... Come on. 4 minutes of added time here. Should have gone attacking a little bit earlier on, but I'm doing it now. Might need to change the title. Well, look, we're going to get back to winning ways soon. It'll all be okay. Djukanovic. Past one man, past two. Takes the shot. We've got a draw at least. We've got a draw at least. Now we just need to get a second. And pray for the best. It's a decent effort though. Squeeze. Oh, it took a deflection as well. Took a deflection to take it past the keeper. Oh my word, a highlight straight from kickoff. If we score here, What a comeback. Tackle comes in from Capanadze. Excellent. Gagawa to Gruber. Back to Oro. Gruber in space finds El Kandusi playing as that playmaker through the middle. Capanadze gives the ball away though. Cleared. And we're not going... Oh, we are going to retain possession. I thought the centre-back Nemanic was going to leave it completely there. He finds Vukanovic next to him. Hertz comes deep to collect it. Goes back to Bartels, the keeper, as we try to redistribute the ball. Look for the openings further forwards. Nemanic finds Kandusi. Left to Barrow. Barrow with space to run into. Beats his man for pace on the dribble. In the channel far side. Goes backwards to Djukanovic. Edge of a D right now. Still trying to work the ball into the middle. There's Hertz. Back to Djukanovic. Off the post. And in! We've done it! 2 goals in the 90th minute. Come on! Oh, I was starting to panic there a little bit. Hertz. Slots the ball into the open Djukanovic. And again, it may have just taken a little bit of a deflection there. It might have just bounced off the leg of a defender. And we find ourselves in front here with another highlight. Straight from kickoff. Uh-oh. Trenching. With 60 seconds left on the clock, plus anything extra the referee wants to add for the goal celebrations. The 2 goal celebrations that we had. Ball forward to Ferdinand. Oh my word, how's that? Whew. We got away with one there because that play was completely unmarked in the penalty area. Shot comes in anyway, saved by the keeper, cleared by Hertz, only as far as Gross. Bassi now. What an end to this game. Bassi forwards. Cleared. That's got to be that. That's got to be that. It is that. We have escaped with that one there, with 2 goals from Viktor Djukanovic in the 90th minute. That was a bit of a let-off there. And apparently Jan-Christoph Bartels is uncertain and unhappy with that assessment of the game. Well, fella, we'll drop you. We'll drop you. See how you feel about that, fella. If you didn't concede a goal, we didn't have to worry about it too much, did we? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Come from behind to win there. They want a permanent deal the fans want for Djukanovic. I mean, I can understand it. The issue is he's from Montenegro, which is a non-EU country. So he does count as a foreign player and towards our quota of foreign player limits. And he's also way too expensive for us as well. I don't think we've got any sort of... that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for personal contracts. I don't think there's any... There's an optional future fee of 2.3 million. Okay, well... I don't know. If he plays brilliantly, he could be worth £10 million and we get him on the cheap. Who knows? But judging by our bank balance, which is currently... Oh, 2.9 million. That's not too bad, is it? Projection-wise is to be at... where are projections? Down here. £400,000 by the end of the season. I don't think we're going to get that £2 million transfer budget next season to trigger that release fee clause. So, yeah. Right, Genk in a couple of days' time in the Europa Conference League. The first game of the league phase. We've not lost a game so far in the Europa League in the 6 qualifying round games that we played. Genk are going to be one of the tougher teams that we play against, I would say. Yes, the left back is very talented. I know about him. We could just have a quick look, couldn't we? Yeah, that's it. I think the £2 million we've got in the bank account is the money that we got for qualifying for the league phase. At Dinamo Tbilisi. Oh, I clicked on the... I didn't click on the player. I clicked on the club there. I mean, he'd certainly be a good player to bring in as a non-EU player. 140. I mean, if we could get him, that'd be great, wouldn't it? We'll add him to the shortlist for a year. Hopefully, he doesn't get picked up in January. We just haven't got the budget to be signing him. Right. Time. No, this is not so good, is it? Barrow not registered for the Europa Conference League, and Vaccaro's injured, which means that... Oh, we didn't actually get to register the team, did we, again? We did like a month ago, didn't we, at the start of the... so Santos can't be registered for the team, interestingly. Right, let's get another keeper on the bench. Let's get Udvarash on the bench as well. And then Barrow's going to come off for... we'll just put Vaccaro on, but then we'll take Vaccaro off, obviously, for El Kandusi. Oh, and then get off the bench as well. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Blajek, on the bench you go then. I tell you what, we're going to start Viktor Djukanovic here instead of Ramadan, who has kind of just dropped off in the last couple of games or so, hasn't he? And so is Mateta Pepper. His last few games, he got a 6-6, a 6-5 and a 6-6. So I feel like Rabi Mateta Pepper needs a little bit of a break. And that might mean playing Ramadan through the middle instead, just to switch things up there a little bit. But the rest of the team, I think I want to leave it as it is. We'll give that a go. Go to match. Proceed to the team selection. Which is what we've already done, actually. So I don't know what that was. I must have read a different screen. Ooh. I seem to have received an email all in Dutch. That's just popped up. Oh, we bought some dining room chairs from a Dutch website, that's why. I was like, why have I got an email in Dutch? This is so weird. On a good run lately, so let's go out there and impress me. I'd say Djukanovic to the middle as well. Although Viktor Djukanovic is more left winger. Stefan Djukanovic is through the middle. He's not registered for the Champions League, or the Conference League, sorry, I should say. And Viktor did score 2 goals from the left wing in the last game, so I think it's a good chance to see what he can do there. Now, we are very familiar with the Genk striker, Oh Hyung-gyu. If you watch the latest video on YouTube, where we tried to win the Champions League without any European players. Early on in that challenge, we did sign Oh Hyung-gyu from Genk, and he was very good, actually. Was one of the better players that we had in the first couple seasons or so. So hopefully he doesn't do the same thing here, as the Genk keeper makes a pretty decent effort there to stop the attack. John's absolutely on that as well. Remember him from the Freiburg video I was watching this morning? Yes. So he is someone we've got to look out for. I had to remember if I had that video come out yet or not. I'm trying to get really far ahead with videos at the moment. Because tomorrow I go away with some friends for a couple of days. So there's no stream on Thursday. I'm away for a couple of days. And back at the weekend. We may try and get a stream in on the weekend at some point. It depends how much time I've got. I think Laura's got some of her uni friends coming over to see our new house on Sunday. So it would be on Saturday, but we're linking. It just might not happen basically at the weekend. Either way, I'll let you know. But no stream Sunday. Thursday or Sunday, for what it's worth, because I'm away. And then we're also visiting her parents in Bahrain for a little bit in December as well. So trying to basically just get ahead and record as much as possible so I can have the time off for the rest of this week. And when we're away in Bahrain, to just not do anything and just chill out and enjoy relaxing for a little bit before Christmas. LCFC05, thank you very much for becoming a channel member on YouTube. Good to have you there. And welcome to the team. El Kandusi bringing the ball forwards. He's somehow the furthest man forwards on the right wing despite playing at left back. So I'm not quite sure how that one has happened. He's lost possession either way. And Genk are looking to come forward. Oh Hyung-gyu can't finish, thankfully. Woof! That was lucky. That was lucky. Maybe he did deserve a goal out of that one. Who knows? Jan Christoph Bartels with the short goal kick finds Vukancic. That's his name, not Vukanovic. It's Vukancic. I think I'm saying his house name all wrong. Forwards to Ramadan. He finds Oro to his left, and Oro has to go back to Vukancic to try and go forwards once again. This time Gruber's got some space, but very quickly the Genk players are right on him and pressing high here. Difficult to break down and play through the press, but we're managing to do it right now with Capanadze. And Capanadze finds Gruber. Hertz has now got space, bangs one from distance off the post, and Genk live to survive another day. So there we go. How was it getting the house sorted? I heard it's a bit of a nightmare getting mortgages when you're a streamer, content creator. Yes, it wasn't the most straightforward thing in the world. I mean, I think with any business, they want 2 years of accounts to demonstrate you've got consistent earnings or good earnings, whatever. And I'm pretty sure that's the case with most self-employed people, to be fair. They had an issue after those 2 years because 11 months was a limited company. 11 months limited company, 13 months sole trader, and they didn't quite like that for some reason. I can't remember the ins and the outs. The mortgage advisor did explain it to me a year ago or so, or maybe nearly 2 years ago now, to be fair. Never quite understood it, so I had to wait an extra year again. But then this last year was smooth sailing. I guess part of the difference was as well, actually, Laura was buying the house with me. When I looked 18 months or so ago, we weren't planning on buying a house together at that point, but then it made a lot more sense to buy the house together now. So that made things a lot easier with mortgage-wise as well. Bombot, thank you very much for the congratulations there. Yes, very exciting, thank you. It's really fun news as Viktor Jukanovic scores from a left wing again. Excellent work from him. So yeah, we've bought a house and we have got engaged. So it's been a very exciting couple of months getting all of that sorted. So we won't do any wedding planning until after Christmas. I think we'll just leave it until after Christmas, and then we'll start thinking about how much it actually costs to get married. And then we'll work out if we get married in 2027 or 2028, essentially. Seems like a lovely girl. Love her to come back to see. Look, I'm not sharing, I'm afraid. I'm not sharing. But yeah, I am quite biased, but I do agree with you there. I do agree. Thank you. What do you think about Steam chart numbers? Over 20,000 players less within a few weeks. Interesting. In terms of Football Manager, I'm not surprised by that, to be fair. Not surprised by that. This latest version of the game that I've been playing, everyone's been playing, the update that came out last week has been the most buggy for me out of all the game updates they put out, to be fair, which is really interesting. So I'm not too sure where they're going to go for the next couple of updates. They've got to make some big fixes fast, I think, with some of these things that have been very buggy. If you click on the fixture list sometimes, the fixtures disappear. Half the fixtures don't show up, and it's like, what's that about? You can't go back in seasons to look at previous seasons' league tables. At least I haven't been able to. I've had a few crashes. I've had more crashes in the last week than I've had previously at all. So whatever's gone on this last update has kind of broken things a bit for me here, as I've been too busy talking about engagement and marriage, and now we are 87 minutes in, not made a single substitution, and we're 1-0 up here against Genk, by the way, with Djukanovic's goal, giving us the lead. And our first 3 points of the league phase, Cam. Oh, I spoke too soon. We have cleared the ball, but Genk are coming forwards with 60 seconds left on the clock. Sadik gets the ball over the top to Ito. His shot finds the back of the net, but it's offside. Maybe. Is it? VAR clarification. Oh, goal awarded. Yeah, he was onside, to be fair. He was onside. Oh, man. Real shame. I spoke too soon, chat. I'm sorry. RIP. Unlucky tonight, fellas. Unlucky. Pro tip, weddings are expensive. Easy, it's effing expensive. Okay, well. Yeah. We'll work it out. We'll get there. We've got time to sort it all out. We've got time. It'll be okay. We gave £114,000 for that draw and a load of money. I guess ticket money as well for that game as well. So up to £3.1 million in the bank account as well, which is not bad. Curse of the commentator. Bought the game last night. Started with Leeds. Tried all different formations and styles and can't buy a win. Even loaded the same save up and still this game is so hard. But it's good, but it's more of a challenge, I think. The new tactics certainly took me some time. In the alpha, I got sacked as Lincoln City manager within 2 months because I could not win a game. I could not do it. So it's these new in and out possession formations and tactics that take a bit of learning to get used to. But I quite like that it's more of a challenge. Aren't Steam numbers kind of pointless though? You can tell the highest player count and concurrent players, but they don't tell you the overall number of players or how many are playing at the time that you look. Is concurrent not like concurrently playing right now? I don't know. Let's have a look, shall we? Steam player numbers. Charts overview. Now, be good if this page wants to load. Oh, it does now. That's good. That's me, not what I wanted. I wanted this. Yeah, if you look at most played right now, current players, there's 1 million people right now playing Counter-Strike 2 globally. It peaked at 1.3 million. I mean, Football Manager still looks like a very healthy position, doesn't it, right now? It looks like a very healthy position in 14th place right now out of every single game on Steam. I don't think that's bad at all. The fact that it is being review bombed, essentially. Game peaked 84,000 players on release. I don't think it's actually that huge of a drop off then. All things maybe, I don't know. No, when you say that, to be fair, that is like a 25% drop actually in players. But if that's peak on day one, there's always going to be a huge peak on day one. You know what would be really good to know? If we could look at the week... Can we go back in weekly charts further? I don't think we can we? If we go back to is there a way to... historical Steam charts. Is this... That's Steam DB. Yeah, I know this, but... Okay, if we look at... Wow, mad. All-time peak for FM24 was 89,000. All-time peak for FM26 is 84,000. Chelsea 1-0 up. Barca got a red card. Who got the red card for Barca? Araujo. Okay, and Jules Koundé own goal as well. This surprises me, actually. This surprises me that the all-time peak is only 5,000 less than FM24. FM20 makes sense because that's when they released it all for free, didn't they, FM20? I believe. I'm pretty sure they released it for free during COVID, so that explains why that's so high. The consistency in numbers, though, for all-time peaks at 26, 24, 23 and 22 is mental. I don't know what I'm doing with these plus minuses. God, 2013 was up there as well. So the overall... So it's really interesting, actually, that's really interesting. So, although the player base is growing every single year... The PC peak just stays very, very similar, doesn't it? Very similar. At release, people are staying up late to try it out and whatnot, but a few weeks later, they're playing it in the free time. Yes, no, I agree. The peak... I don't think this is too unhealthy. Actually, I think that's fairly decent to say it's only down from the peak. What I really want to know is what we on. 3 weeks after the launch of FM26, what were the 24-hour peak numbers? But I'm not sure there's a way for us to find that out. Does anyone know if there's a way to do that? Yeah, it being on console and on Game Pass and whatnot is huge, isn't it? An ongoing analysis of Steam player numbers. Okay. Oh, well, that's just general Steam numbers. I don't think there's an actual... Oh, maybe there is. Football Manager 2024. Oh, that's literally the game called Ways of History, right. So... Right. So the game came out in... this is quite telling then, actually. This is quite telling. So can we... Hang on, let me duplicate this. That's the one we want. No, it's not really telling us a huge amount there. So the last 30 days peak is 82,750. Is what this website is saying, which is a bit different to what we saw previously, right? This is saying that throughout November, December, January, February, it stayed at plus 80,000 as a peak. It's not really average though, is it? It's just peak. Oh, average is here. Average is here. 53, 52, 53, 50. We get an average of 46,000 players. So it's not a massive drop, actually. Considering how much it's being review bombed and people aren't enjoying it. Again, I think it's probably, a lot of hardcore players that don't like it and are dropping off. I do think a very casual audience are quite enjoying it still. Is my assessment of it all. That's my assumption looking at these numbers. So the average player count will be less in the first month than it was in 24. But the peak is about the same. I'm sure the peak will drop off in the next month. Which is really interesting. Fair play, fair play. We've learnt something. Let's jump back into Football Manager, shall we? Into FM26 and continue with our little run here going on. So we just drew with Genk to recap. Just drew with Genk in the Europa Conference League league phase. Frustrating to draw that one, but there we go. What the Space said recently that his brother, who isn't really a big FM fan, has found it a lot of fun and easy to use. I think the review bombing comes from... I say bombing, it is justified for some people, right? But I do think a more casual audience are quite enjoying it. Hence why their sale numbers are bigger than they've ever been before. We just need to get those casual people on YouTube watching videos. That's what we need to do. Get them on YouTube watching the videos. Laura says you should play Christmas music in the background since you're in the festive mood. Well, that's all copyrighted, so we can't, I'm afraid, Laura. We have put our Christmas tree up this past week. Not my choice. I have a girlfriend, or fiance now I should say, who loves Christmas. So that's why everything is up at the moment, basically. Right, pick manage team lineup, use selection 1. We need to get some of the tired players off the pitch and bring players on who aren't quite so tired. So let's get on you, and Blaszko can start instead of Hertz. We'll get Barrow on at left back as well. Gruber needs to come off here for Redzic. And Ramadan is going to come off for... We'll bring El Kandusi on the pitch here. And start Gagor as well. So quite a few changes this game, actually. The Thursday, Sunday fixtures in Europe are going to really take it out of us, I'd say. I agree, Stefan. We do need some more updates. I agree. Like I said earlier, this version that we're playing right now has been the buggiest for me, which is really annoying. But there we go. When's the next episode of what? Of this? Right now, I guess, if you're watching it right now. People with an axe to grind tend to complain longest and loudest. Yes, you're right. People who aren't happy don't usually say anything. I was interested to discover recently that Lincoln is Britain's oldest Christmas market. Was Britain's oldest Christmas market. They cancelled it like 3-4 years ago because it was too popular, essentially, is what they were saying. Most Christmas markets are like held over like 3 weeks. Lincoln's was only ever one weekend, and because it was one weekend, everyone tried to come on that one weekend, obviously. And they were like, it's too busy, we've got to cancel it, there's safety concerns, and that was that. They cancelled it because it was too popular. Really frustrating. Yappy brings the ball forwards and then does nothing with it. Highlight finishes. Right. I don't even know who we're playing. Skal. Who was Skal? Skalika. If I can now get back. Oh, how do I get back to... There we go. We're back. Skalika. The last market was absolute hell. Well, they should make it over 2 weekends or 3 weekends, shouldn't they? I think it's the most brain-dead decision to cancel it. And the worst... I get really angry about this. You regret me bringing this up now. As Raven Mateta Pepper gets that one in the back of the net. They have replaced it with the money they spent on it. Here we go. Let's see if I can find it. So rather than have a Christmas market now, what they've decided to do is do this. Have some inflatable monsters during Halloween on top of some buildings. It really pisses me off. It really annoys me. That is apparently better value for money than the Christmas market. Lining their own pockets, I think they probably are, yes. I would imagine so. Now, the counter-argument, of course, I would say, a lot of businesses came out and said, we rely on the Christmas market to, make our money, essentially. If you're relying on one weekend a year to make all your money, I'd argue it's probably not a great business in the first place. Disallowed goal for offside there. That's frustrating from Mateta Pepper. But I guess a lot of the time people can't sell bits of orange nailed to a wooden plank as a wreath, I suppose. Are we winning the Champions League tonight? Not tonight. That's going to take quite a long time, I think, to win the Champions League. We're working on it, though. We'll get there. So, yeah. The market gone. One day. I mean, maybe I'll get into local politics and my single aim will be just to bring back the market. That might be my platform, to get into local politics and run on the a single issue party. That's what I'll become. I'll do a single issue party and we'll just be called Linkip. Lincoln Christmas brackets market. What does IP stand for? Okay, maybe the work needs a bit of a better name here. As Nemanic gets himself a penalty. Another centre-back taking penalties, by the way. We need to sort out the penalty-taking list order. Remind me after this match should do it, please. Yeah, you might be right with that one, David, to be fair. You might be right. Installation party. Yes, Lincoln Christmas Bracket Markets installation party. Yeah, good. You've got it. Installation party. And we run on the single issue of bringing the Christmas market back to Lincoln. And then once it's back, we disband. And I'll resign from being mayor of Lincoln or head of the council, because that's what we'll end up being probably. It'll be such a big thing. And then I'll leave the whole city. It'll have to be city council, won't it? Not county council, as Gagua gets a goal there. The rotated team are doing a good job, to be fair. We've got some good players across the board here. Blaszko doing his best job to try and get himself in the first team. Mateta Pepper making up for missing a few games after being out of form. He's got a goal and an assist now. Not bad going. So yeah. Lincoln, Christmas brackets market, installation party, Linkip. And I suspect a lot of people want to join. And we'll have to challenge the Lincoln City Council, not Lincolnshire County Council. I think it's the city that do it, probably. We have conceded a goal. That's frustrating. I'm glad he told me it was stopped. I was preparing to cross the country to visit it. Love a good Christmas market. Yeah, it was so good. I've got so many good memories of the market. Just going around with friends, like, from being like young, as a kid, going around with family and friends. As you get older, as you're in your early teens, it's like some of the first times you sort of go out on your own with your friends kind of thing, is go to around the market and, you buy yourself a few sweets at the pick and mix and get a hot chocolate and go on a few rides and sort it all out. Redzic puts the ball into the middle, cleared Santos over the crossbar. And then obviously as you get older, the hot chocolates turn to beers instead. And there was always a good beer stand that I'm pretty sure it's, they just probably make their own. It's a local brewery, and for one night or this weekend a year, they just change all the beers from, like, I don't know, it's probably called something like, Terminator, but they change it to like Rudolph, and all the beers are named all the reindeers, and that was always quite fun, trying to taste all the reindeers, which sounds weird saying it out loud. Taste the reindeers. I should have said it differently, I think, probably. Anyway, the new mayor says she wants to bring it back. That might be the only thing I will ever agree with reform on, is bringing the Lincoln Christmas market back. Unfortunately for her, I don't think she has the powers of the mayor of Lincolnshire to tell Lincoln City Council what to do. So I don't think she'll have any sway on that, unfortunately. I don't think she has the constitutional power to do anything actually there at all. So it's all probably more of a case of, like, just trying to look good and for the ops and things like that, right? But it's the only thing I'll ever agree with Andrea Jenkins on. I think she's a real piece of work, and not a particularly nice lady. Right. The crowd noise has stopped. It's all a bit quiet. Let's play the music. Get Victor Djukanovic on the left-hand side. Let's give Taboli a little run out there as well. And let's bring Udvaros on as well through the middle. Just see what he can do for a little bit. The real coming-of-age events that all kids should get to experience. I agree. Yeah, and you make those memories for life, don't you? Which are always good fun. Redzic brings the ball forwards for us then. We're looking for a fourth goal here. We want to improve our goal difference as we keep our stranglehold over the league at the top of the table. Taboli finds Blaszko, the young playmaker, forward to Djukanovic. The sound comes back from the crowd and he puts that one over the crossbar. Žilina beating Slovan Bratislava, by the way, which is very handy for us because it keeps them both on 12 points, as things stand. Wow, that win for Žilina, by the way, takes them from like 11th place up to 6th or 5th. It's very tight down the bottom end of the table. Very tight. Gagua. So Barrow on this near side. Barrow into the middle, cleared. Only as far as Yappy, though. And Yappy back into the middle, over the crossbar again. How many shots are we having in this game that we just can't seem to put in the back of the net? Interesting. All right, chat, let me know. Which players are you enjoying the most right now in this team? Who do you reckon are the players that have been performing at a high level. For me, I think Victor is doing a very good job. Trooster has been very, very quiet, hasn't he? Since his scoring 10 goals a game in the first 5 games of the season. He's gone cold a little bit, hasn't he, Trooster? And Gagor is now maybe starting to become the player that we start to play up front instead. Gruber and Ramadan in the chat. I'd like to see more of Big D. I think Big D will get more game time as well. He played alright in this game before coming off for Djukanovic. I think maybe we've been not talking enough about the defenders. Nemanic has got 3 or 4 goals now this season, hasn't he, actually, to be fair. I think he's done a good job. Kapanadze has done very well at right back before. No, he's not injured, sorry. It's it's the left back, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. I still can feel learning the players' names. But Kapanadze at right back has done very well with assists. His issue is he just gets extremely tired and then just can't play the next game. So that's something we need to work on a little bit. As we win 3-1 here against Skalica. Well done for us there. Great result. Hans Gruber. Everyone loves Hans Gruber. And now we've got a 7-point lead over Zemplin as we approach the halfway point of the regular season. If we go to the league table, if you recall, 12 teams in the league. We play each other twice in the regular season. And then if we look at the rules after that, there's a championship group, a relegation group, a relegation playoff for the teams that finish. Right, the relegation group. Will this tell us exactly? 2 teams. I guess whoever... Wait, relegation group. Doesn't actually tell us how many teams go down here on this screen, does it? Either way, it'll be 1 or 2, and then one of the teams has to play a playoff as well to work out if they're going to go up or down. And then after, there's also a European Places playoff as well. So whoever wins the relegation group then plays 4th, 5th and 6th from the championship group for a spot in Europe, essentially. There's a lot going on in this league. Anyway, we will get put into the championship group should we finish in the top 6. And then we play against the other top 6 teams twice, home and away, to play 32 games across the season in total. The board return with the affiliate club options. Oh, they've actually given us some options here as well. And we said to them we wanted to get an affiliate club to improve our scouting ability. So we've got a team in Hungary, which is quite nice. The options we have here are Vartex, who are in Croatia. They themselves have no real players. And they're a semi-pro team. We've got a professional team from Latvia, who again have no real players in the team. Have they got any under 19? Oh, they've got a full under 19 squad though. And they are a professional Latvian side as well. Playoff between 4th to 7th, semis and finals. Relegation playoff is 2nd to last and 2nd in the 2nd division. Okay, got it. Oh, you're on loan. Oh, wait, that's my under 18. Oh, that's my under 18s. I've got to click into their under 18s like this. See, that's another bit of a frustrating one. Now, they have got a couple real players in there. Just the one, actually. I got so excited looking at that youth team, like, oh my god, he's got 4.5 stars potential. He could be quite good. Okay, this Latvian team, maybe not amazing. We've got another Croatian team here, again, who are semi-pro. Had a friendly against Bari. They've got no real players in the youth team. They might get some real ones at some point. And then we've got a team from Estonia, who are a professional team. And they were in the Conference League. They were in the Conference League. They've got a real player. Oh, and they've actually got some real players there as well. Okay. Right, chat, I don't know what you think. Let me know, please. My thinking is we go for the team from Estonia. If they're in the Conference League, they must be a fairly decent side, is my assumption. They must be fairly decent. What do you think in the chat? We asked for a senior, yes. But they said no to senior. This is like for a scouting affiliate, essentially. So it's got to be one of those choices, yes. Croatia would probably be the best in terms of country to have available scouting knowledge in. But these are like semi-pro teams that we're not going to get anything from in particular, I don't think. I mean, I'll Google them. Vartex. Are they in like the second division or something like that? That'd be nice to know. Vartex. Vartex are a Croatian football club who play in the second football league. That would suggest it is the second division. You would imagine. Last one, Croatia. Surely they're non-league. See, I'm more inclined to look at the Estonia one, really, just because they have the highest profile team that we've got available. Club reputation is regional there in Vartex. The Estonian is national. Oh yeah, regional. This one was national there in Croatia. And they've got 2 major honours, which is, I can't click on any of them, so I'm guessing they're just sort of lower level leagues. And a national team here in Latvia too. So ignore it's the bottom 3. Why is this so difficult? If the team was okay in the Conference League, go for that one. What are the facilities like? Facilities are adequate there. Below average. And below average. I think... Yeah, I think the team from Estonia are the team to go for. But do we want to be scouting Estonia? Let's make a recommendation here. Right. This gives a bit more context, doesn't it? So although we said about scouting, we pay £14,000 there, 18, 17, 16. Professional club in Estonia. We can send players on loan. We've got the first option to buy players from them. And that's the same for every single one of these, actually, isn't it? I feel like I'm thinking too much in all of this. I agree that Croatia... Do we want to have the better scouting network in Croatia? No. I'm doing it. Estonia. I'm recommending Estonia. Look, we can't have indecision here. We're going to set up a link in Estonia with a club that's in the Conference League. They're decent. If they're in the Conference League, they're there for a reason. They must be good. So they must have some decent first team players that we can poach every now and again. That's my thinking behind it. And also, now I think about it, I think we might already have... We've got links... where do I... Oh, club, isn't it? Oh, it was Hungary, not Croatia. Okay, we don't have a link in... we don't have a link. So any players there who aren't getting game time for you? Yeah, it's not a bad idea, to be fair, actually. Yeah, to play at a decent level. Top division in Europe. So what we should do now, actually, is go to add remove leagues. Add a league. Europe. Estonia is not actually a playable league in the database. In default Football Manager. RIP on... that one. Maybe we should have. Maybe we should have done. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Let's get on with this then, shall we? Too much dawdling around deciding who to get as an affiliate club. We've got Tartan Prešov next in the league on the Saturday, and then Rosenborg. And then after the Rosenborg game, we have got Slovan Bratislava. Let's try and get through these games, shall we? Curious, can look at their staff. Let's have a look at their staff, shall we? Let's just, whilst we're touching on it. Club staff. They've got an under-21 assistant manager, that's all. Igor, who's also a player. A star player with 5 caps for Estonia, but won't be signing him until he's 35 years old and is deemed surplus to requirements. How's Slovan doing in Europe? Let's have a look, shall we? Also, one of the updates, this recent one, the fixture schedule takes you to the calendar, and it really bugs me every single time. They lost to Paphos on their opening game. Oh, they played 2 games as well. They lost to Lyon, lost to Paphos, so not brilliantly in the Europa League. But at least they're playing in Europe. Agree. Yeah, you make a good point there. We can get much better affiliates in Croatia in the future, but they're as good as you can get in Estonia. That makes you feel better about it. I think we made the right choice. Has it automatically added it to your playable leagues? Maybe we had it on there originally. Add remove leagues. Argentina, Belgium, Brazil, Czech Republic, Denmark, England, France, Germany, Hungary, Italy, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Turkey. Europe. I'm not missing it, am I? England, there's no other E's around there. Latvia, Lithuania, just no Estonia. There we go. RIP. Barrow out for 5 to 8 days here with a bruised thigh. So he's not going to play left back in our game on. He might actually make it back for the Saturday game, to be fair, actually. He might make it back in time. Trenchin receive a takeover approach. I want a takeover. Give me the money. Show me the money. You've got a better investment here. We're on the rise here at Dunajská Streda. Trenchin on the way down. I'm not going to do anything, I'm afraid. You need to come here. Today's top fixtures. Skalica versus Trenchin on a Friday night in the league. Look, if Trenchin lose, come to us instead. I promise you. Much better opportunity to get a return on your investment at this club. Hope Trenchin gets a tycoon. I mean, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? That'd be really cool for this save, to be fair, to compete with another team who have got, and you know, they have like £1 million every week to spend on wages or something like that. That'd be insane. Looks like I don't know how Zemplin have gone into second place without playing a game. Maybe that's just updated from the previous ones, but it looks like Trenchin lost again. 1-0 to Skalica. Oh, 3-1, sorry, to Skalica. And they're at the cup as well. Not good for business there. Right, Barrow's got a slight knock. We're going to play him for this match, though. We've got the game against Rosenborg midweek, haven't we? So what I want to do is we'll go back and get the first team sorted, but then we'll make a few changes here. Vicaro, let's give him a run out for 45 minutes and maybe play him at the weekend as well. Ramadan a bit tired for whatever reason, so let's bring Djukanovic on. Let's start Gagua as well. I want to try and rest a few players who are going to be in and around the first team for the European games. You go there. And maybe we start Stefan Djukanovic for this game as well, because that means taking off a foreign player, though. So Vicaro won't play this game. El Kandusi will play at left back, and we'll just get a centre back on there. Sweet. So a couple of changes. Should be okay. Man City 2-0 down to Leverkusen, and Chelsea 2-0 up against Barca. My word, what is going on in European football? Esteban scoring for Chelsea now. Huge. Let's get into this game. I'll rattle through what's going on in Europe. Sorted. Ajax. That was a bit high, wasn't it? Ajax 0, Benfica 2. Galatasaray 0, USG 1. Those are both full-time results. Werder Glimt 1, Juventus 2. Dortmund 1, Villarreal 0. Chelsea 2, Barcelona 0. Man City 0, Bayer Leverkusen 2. Marseille 2, Newcastle 1. Slavia Prague 0, Athletic Club 0. Napoli, 0. Karabag, 0. Yeah, there are some interesting results here actually so far. Marseille winning as well, with Aubameyang scoring twice. After Newcastle started the game really strongly. Leverkusen battering Man City. Poor Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob and Ray Nora being taken off at half time. And then still they concede the goal on the second half there as well. And Chelsea doing a great job there as well. Who scored the second goal for Benfica? Barreri, I can't say his name. Anyway, I'm sure Jose Mourinho is going to be very happy with those result, or that result, wasn't he? I've not really seen what he's done much at Benfica. I know they've had a little bit up and down. I think they had a really bad result at the weekend, didn't they? If I recall correctly. Is Moises Caicedo injured, by the way? Because he didn't play at the weekend. He's not playing tonight, Moises Caicedo. Is he injured? I assume he probably is if he's not playing. Oh no, he is playing. He is playing. I shouldn't see his name on the team sheet. That's fair enough. Right. Oh, we've conceded a goal. Too many times we've done this today where I've just not been paying attention. And we concede a goal. Jan-Christophe Bartels can't get down quick enough there. 17 minutes into the game. Sanya has given the lead to our opponents here. These result announcements won't make sense to anyone who didn't grow up in the UK. Yeah, actually, that's true, to be fair. Yeah, the way I read the results out was like how the full-time scores were read out on the TV every weekend. Yeah, that never occurred to me that no one else would understand that. I thought it'd be a universal thing, but it's probably not at all, is it? That used to be my favourite part of the weekend. Maybe that's an exaggeration of favourite part of the weekend. But I used to enjoy watching like final score and just seeing all the results come through and then an announcement at the end. And this is when I was like, you know, as a kid. TV as a kid was so good growing up because it was Saturday night. You'd see all the final score stuff, and then you'd have like Total Wipeout, or you'd have like X Factor, or I'm a Celebrity. Or sometimes it'd be a good series like Robin Hood or Merlin. They would go to the BBC as well. Hole in the Wall. Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway. My word. There was some good TV on a Saturday night when I was a kid. I wouldn't watch any of them now. But as a kid, I loved it. So there was like a good Saturday night. Admit it, the game is just an excuse to spend 3 hours talking to us plonkers. I wouldn't call you plonkers, but it's a very good excuse to talk to you guys. Very good excuse to talk to you guys. And just have a bit of a stream of consciousness come out sometimes. And it is good fun actually as well. It does take your mind off other things, I would say, as well. Like, it is good fun to just chat to some people, play some Football Manager, and just chill out. It's good fun. Like, it has been a bit of a stressful last week or so because I'm just trying to get so much done before I go away tomorrow for a few days with some friends. Just going to like Yorkshire for like a couple of days just for a chill out few days kind of thing. But you know, you want to make sure everything's done before you go. And then obviously we're away, Laura and I, to see her parents in Bahrain in December for a bit. So I just want to make sure everything's done in that sort of time. So it's been stressful trying to get things sorted actually. And then everything everything feels more. Maybe just because it's the first like month that we're in the house kind of thing, but now we're here and like the mortgage payments have come out now, and like the bills are starting to come out. It's like, oh shit, this is actually real. You actually got to pay for this stuff, and then you start to then it's stressful thinking about that. I feel not, but it's like a worry or concern that like we're not going to be able to pay. We're absolutely fine. We wouldn't have bought the house if we couldn't pay for it or afford it, obviously, and they wouldn't have let us buy it if we couldn't do that kind of stuff. But suddenly it's like, this is kind of stressful thinking about it. Straight red card for the opposition, by the way. Horror challenge on Stefan Jukanovic. He's gone down, not injured, which is nice. But we do need to try and win this game now, so it's time to bring some of the big guns on. So Trusa, on you come. Ramadan, on you come. Let's also bring on... I mean, Gruber's not played very well, so I guess Redzic on you come. The left back's not playing great, but he's got to play. Oro on you come as well, and I guess we'll bring on Blaszko as well, just sort of change in midfield there too. So that'll be good fun. But yeah, sometimes the stress kind of gets you a little bit. It's like, oh, this is just... You feel a bit stuck in a hole in a way. When there's just so much going on, you've got so much to do, and it just feels like it's not going to get done and stuff like that. So it's nice to sit on the stream for a bit and just chat to you guys, and it just everything sort of like goes away. It's nice. It's good. He's paid himself a high wage in April. The new minimum wage was announced today. Oh yeah, that's true. I should do that, shouldn't I? I will speak to my accountant, brackets, my dad, because he is good at... I say he's good at accounting. He's an accountant. He's been an accountant his entire life, so he's my accountant. It's good. Laura's saying in the chat, if you're really stressed about mortgage payments, I can start my career as a gamer for Overcooked 2. Laura and I, actually, we've not played for quite some time, to be fair, but we have been playing Overcooked 2. We got pretty good at that before we moved house. We've not actually played the Xbox together once since we've moved into the house, weirdly. But Overcooked 2 is a very good game. We've conceded another one. Looks like we're not going to win this game despite bringing the big guns on. We'll go attacking for the final 20 minutes. Oh, and despite them being down to 10 men as well, I forgot about that. They're down to 10 men. And they've scored a second goal here. Look at the match stats, by the way, as well. Look at the match stats. What a horrendous game for us. I'm kind of glad I was talking to you guys about other stuff instead. Because this is not what I want to experience. Get me out of here now. Jan Christoph Bartel's on a 5.9 rating. And just like United, we're conceding to 10 men. We might get a constant... I mean, to be fair, we did score twice in the 90th minute a few games ago to win it 2-1. Can we do it again to draw 2-2? No, is the answer, because we've been tackled in the penalty area. Blaszko. Oro out wide to El Kandusi. Kandusi into the middle. Truce is there, but he's offside, and quite obviously offside as well. The stress from our next Conference League game, that's true, to be fair. That's true. I wish the stadiums looked a little better. I agree. I think they look a little bit janky sometimes. Although there is definitely more variety than FM24, which is quite nice to have. Blaszko. He scores a goal. Karol Blaszko has got one back. We've got 3 minutes, or 2.5 minutes now. Is the game any better now? It's definitely... I mean, I was saying earlier that... the update they put out recently is the one I'm experiencing the most bugs with, but I think it's just because the bugs are the most visual bugs that I've noticed in the game. It's certainly better than when it was first released on beta, I would say. But I don't know. What do you guys in the chat think? There is a highlight straight from kickoff, by the way. And it looks like if we can win the ball, we might be able to charge down the other end of the pitch. And if we can do it for a second time in this stream, scoring 2 goals in my 90th minute, this will be incredible. You are right, we are losing to a Teletubby. Poe is beating us, but we have won possession back. And Oro finds Stefan Djukanovic. Blaszko over the top to Ramadan. Ramadan! We've got it again! We've done it again! We've come back in the 90th minute with... Now, can we get a third? Can we get a third? Nice work, Trusa. And nice work, Ramadan, for not taking the shots here. To be fair, there's a bit of a deflection actually off the boot of the defender there to put it into Trusa's path more convincingly. Can we get another? No is the answer. But for the second time this evening, we've scored goals in the 90th minute plus. 2 goals in the 90th minute plus to rescue at least a point out of the game. What a comeback there at the end. Fergie time. Fergie time is now Dunajská Streda time. Is what it is. That's what it's called. Ramadan shines even as Dunajská Streda fail to win. If we go to the overview, it was... So that's the game we scored in the 92nd and 93rd minute. And it was the trenching game we scored in the 91st and 93rd minute there. Genk scored in the 94th minute to draw against us as well. We haven't scored any other 90th minute goals today, though, I don't think. No, we haven't. Not today. Not today. Right. Big games coming up now. Rosenborg and then Slovan Bratislava. Then we've got a team in the second division who are fifth in the second division in the cup. I don't know how many games there are in the cup, actually. How many rounds are there? In the Slovnaft Cup. What a name. Is that a sponsor, Slovnaft? That's got to be a sponsor. Surely. Second round, third round, quarters, semi and final. Okay. We're going to win the Slovnaft Cup. We've had one update that I know for PS5 and I'm liking it. They say they've made it for console, but I find it easier plugging a mouse and using that. Interesting. I think it's probably a little more... I mean, I said in the video, didn't I? I said in the video that I did. Was it last week? But I think the UI has been... It caters to a console audience much better than the previous user interface, but I don't think it's been made for console. And I was called a shill for that, so, you know. Last time I air my opinions on YouTube. Only just had my first crash, to be fair. It wouldn't let me do the youth intake games. Had to instant result it. Oh, it's weird. And I guess of all things for it to not work on, the youth intake game is low down on the list of games that is important to watch, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not the FA Cup final, for example. An oil refinery. Amazing. That's cool. Yes, I've heard touch isn't great, to be fair. Which is frustrating. Because I think they've got quite a large audience on mobile because through Netflix and whatnot. So they've got their work cut out, haven't they? Right, now we need to make a lot of changes to the lineup here. So again, we're just going to go back to the first choice lineup again. Tabola's got to come off because he can't make the team. Blazek's going to come on the bench. Everyone else can start, though. That is a first choice team out there. Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's go. Been fortunate, I guess, aside from random FPS drops, haven't had too many notable issues. My main gripe is how your defence acts, or lack thereof sometimes. I mean, to be fair, for the most part, I've not really been affected by much. I know what you mean. It's just that the biggest one for me was when they have fixed it now, but you could go and watch highlights back, and it just would soft lock you. That was really frustrating. And then there was a couple ones recently where you just can't go back and look at previous seasons' league tables, I've noticed, and sometimes fixtures disappear. And I've had a couple of crashes as well, but nothing. But they're the most noticeable bugs that I've seen so far, basically. But nothing majorly game breaking. But you know, it's still not good enough. Yes, that bug has been fixed now, John Wah. If it hasn't, I've been incredibly lucky not getting it at all in the last week. But it has been fixed as far as I'm aware. The sound for the crowd is also an issue. Sometimes it's on. I mean, it's meant to be on, but nothing is playing crowd sound-wise right now. So we'll get the music back on in the background. Instead, oh, that was a terrible pass. And an even worse shot from Rosenborg there. My word, we've been lucky. We've been lucky. Rosenborg, my local team. Well, I hope we thrash them for you. My game is still randomly soft locks, and it soft locks constantly when I right click between menus. I don't understand this though. Like, how does it affect some people and not others? Like, is it to do with certain hardware? I've no idea. Like, why am I not getting that then? And other people, it's so strange, isn't it? But again, I'm not a coder or game designer or know anything technical remotely, so. Used to be really good. They're kind of bad right now. Yeah, I do remember Rosenborg. They were like, I'm sure they made the Champions League a couple of times, right? Am I correct in that? I'm sure they made the Champions League a few times. Vaquero finds Ramadan in front of him. A bit of a nasty slide challenge there, but the ball was won. I feel like he got a bit of the man there as well as Rosenborg. Ping a ball over the top. That's got to be offside. Disallowed goal, thank you very much. Nice finish though, to be fair, from the striker. Going to VAR, disallowed, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We'll take it. Skip that. Right, Bartels then with the free kick. Half an hour into the game. Vukancic finds Aura in front of him. Capanadze sprints down that far side, back kills it to Gruber, back to Capanadze, who's now under a bit of pressure, so has to go all the way back to Vukancic. Nemanic, Vaquero forwards to Ramadan. Vaquero's there once again to get past his man. Mateta Pepper, we just can't find that killer ball into the middle. And we work it all the way back to the centre circle and back out to that far side with Capanadze. I will say, actually, as Capanadze puts the ball into the middle, cleared only as far as Vaquero, I think this match engine does a really, really good job of replicating real football patterns. As Rosenborg bring the ball forwards and they look to get a shot away, and that might be another offside goal there. That one felt a lot more onside to me than offside. I think it's going to get given. It has been given. That's a real shame. RIP. Yes, as I was saying though, I think FM26 is a really good job of mimicking real life football patterns. Like the sequence we saw, we tried to get forwards, couldn't get forwards, so played it back to the centre circle, across the back line, and tried to go forwards down the other side. That happens so frequently, right, when I'm watching Lincoln City games. And that's the type of pattern of play that happens all the time. You try and get down one wing, they can't, they just bring it to the back line, play along the back line and go down the other side instead. It happens so often. I think it does a really good job of replicating that real life style of play. So they've done a very good job in the match engine. I think the match engine is really good. I really enjoy the match engine. I prefer it when we're winning though, obviously. And right now we could be 2-0 down off the post. Rosenborg beat Real Madrid and AC Milan, regular back in the 90s. Lost to Juve in the quarterfinals one time. Mad. Jeez, they were very good then. Half time. 1-0 down to former Champions League quarterfinalists Rosenborg. Although we have been the better side, more possession, more shots in total, just not as much of an XG. 11 corners though. We are forcing deflections. I'm going to say you've been unlucky so far then. Because it feels like we have been unlucky by looks of things. And hopefully the positive morale of the players will do something. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. I need to turn the game volume down in my ears. Because actually when the crowd does get going sometimes it is quite loud. There we go. That's much better for my ears. Because it's now stopped making crowd noises again. Hopefully that gets fixed in future updates and they just don't have the crowd not making any noise half the time. Right, Trusa plays the ball through to Gruber. Gruber in the area. We need an instant impact at the start of the second half and we're not going to get it like that, unfortunately. Chelsea 3 up. Delap with the third. Mad. Rosenborg. Still winning on the hour mark. I'm going to go attacking here. We've got nothing to lose. Let's go attacking and just see if that makes much of a difference. We'll take Ramadan off the pitch and probably Matata Pepper too as well. And in fact, maybe in the whole front four can come off the pitch. Because I was about to say we need 3 goals. Somehow we have not conceded there. Rosenborg have had a few decent chances now. And I think we're lucky to only be 1-0 down in this game. So when it goes attacking, there we go. Let's make these changes now. Ramadan, off you come for Djukanovic. No, undo that. Djukanovic through the middle. Kandusi on the left. Gagua up top. And Redzic on the right. And I guess we'll change the centre-back too because they're both on yellow cards. So Bationo on you come as well. 5 changes at the same time. That could be a little bit of a risk. Enjoyed this series going to a match at every round of the Champions League. Any plans to follow up, or is the housing costing a lot this year? I think whilst we get settled in the house, it's probably sensible to not do a European adventure like that again. I'd love to do another one in the future at some point. I'm not in a huge rush to on the grounds that I did it last season. It was such a cool experience. And And I'd be a lot more inclined to do it if a sponsor come along and say they'll pay for the whole thing, which is a bit unlikely. But I think it's something I'd like to do in the future again at some point. Although I think next time I'd like to bring someone with me to every single round, because the two games that I enjoyed the most were the final and the Monaco game, when India, my sister, came with me to Monaco. And then the final, obviously she didn't come to the match with me, but she came to Munich with me, and I lived the time with Laura in Munich. And they were my two favourite trips because they were with people as well. And solo travelling is quite fun, actually. Solo travelling is fun. I did really enjoy that aspect of it as well. But there are times when it's just like it just feels like you're passing through. And I know I don't have to explain it really. I guess a lot of the times that I did it, I'll loan you an empty apartment to use in Macedonia. Leon, I'm straight there to Macedonia. So a lot of the times I did it. In fact, every time I did it, apart from when I went with India and Laura, I did one night. So I get a very early morning flight on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, which say it was a Tuesday night game, for example. I get an early flight on the Tuesday, arrive sort of lunchtime, or sometimes like breakfast time, depending on how early the flight was sometimes, actually, because a lot of them were quite early, like 6 a.m. flights from like Manchester or Luton, for example. But, you know, be in a place sort of by lunchtime, explore the city a little bit while I'm there, go to the game in the evening, rush back to the hotel, do as much editing as I can before I fall asleep, wake up early enough for checkout and have a shower and stuff, find a few things in the day to go and see, and then depending what time flight I've got back, it would have been like in the afternoon usually. The Budapest one of the third qualifying round was in the morning, and I was heavily hungover. It was horrendous waking up for that one. So I got that was not a fun second day of that trip. But most of them were in the evening kind of thing, flights back kind of stuff. And so it's such a rush round to kind of see things, and like, I don't know, I feel like you take things in a lot more when you're with someone else to talk about it and like be with, I don't know, it's just more fun. So as much as I enjoy the solo aspect of it as well, like it is more fun with other people as well. So Kafa Karskin, if I said your username all wrong, I do apologise, is in on that with me. Great. I can't wait to have you there. Also in that rambling, I've just been like mashing my space bar. What happened in that game? I have not been paying attention at all tonight, have I? We lost 1-0. RIP. And we maybe deserve something out of that game. Look at the match stats. I'll sponsor you for the Leyton Orient Express trip as long as you get off at Epping. We'll have a go. New to FM, not quite sure what smash and grab means. Can you tell me? Smash and grab's any football. It's not a football manager term. It's just a general football term. You know, a smash and grab would be. It's just one of them. Actually, no, because that was quite even game. Say Zempel have beaten us 2-1 here, but they've had 2 shots in the entire game, and we've had 20 shots. You know, that's a bit of a smash and grab. They've smashed 2 goals in, grabbed the win when they shouldn't have got it, kind of thing. I think the only reason I enjoy travelling alone more is that I'm not very precise in my planning. I'm often open to shifting plans, sightseeing at a moment's notice, and it's much easier to do solo. I agree with that to an extent, actually. I think when I'm on my own, I feel less like I need a plan. When I'm with other people, I probably feel like I need more of a plan, which is interesting. I agree. Football trips are way better with others. Yeah, I think I agree with that, actually, because you want to have that sort of shared experience and atmosphere in a stadium, don't you? Going to rest the first team for a day, by the way. Oh, was that a mistake? Oh, no, Sunday's our game against Slovan Bratislava. Sunday, that's all right. That's okay. No, I do enjoy a bit of solo travel and looking around a city myself at my kind of own pace and decide what I want to see. Like when I went to Milan, I went to the Sforza Castle, and I just spent so long in the Sforza Castle looking around all the galleries there and stuff like that. It was really cool to just like do that. So it is fun to do that kind of stuff, I do think. Right. Big game coming up right now then. This one is really important, actually. It's why I've given the players a day's rest to recover from the Rosenborg game, because we're now up against Slovan Bratislava. Now, we beat them earlier on this season, 4-0 away from home. Trusa with a hat-trick, Ramadan with the other goal. Since then, Slovan Bratislava, if we look at their fixture schedule, they had an awful start to the season. So they had friendlies up until there. So they lost the opening game of the season. They lost to us. They then beat Trenčín, but then drew to... Oh, that's the Champions League game. Lost to Skalika 5-0. Lost to Spartak Trnava 1-0. Lost to Košice 3-2. Awful start. I mean, they've not played brilliantly since then either, really. They beat Zemplin 3-1, but lost to Žilina. They've lost a lot of European games as well. In fact, I don't know if they've won a European game yet. Freiburg, Paphos, and Lyon in the Europa League phase, all losses. So, I mean, we should be winning this game, but we seem to be up and down in our form as well, if I'm honest with you. We don't seem to be brilliant. But we're going to play the team that started the last match. Although somehow Trusa's match sharpness has dropped now massively for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Let's give it a go. Let's see what we can do out there. We'll bring Santos on the bench there as well. Huge. Thoughts on demolishing the San Siro? Oh, it's terrible. I mean, I really... I mean, I don't mind if they don't play there anymore. Just don't destroy the stadium. What an iconic piece of architecture. It's literally the best stadium in the world. But I think they want to build a new one on the same site, don't they? I think. So that might just be that. It's so sad. It's so sad. I love that they can keep some of the architecture, but I doubt they will. Be a real shame if it does go. Right. Dunajská Streda taking on Slovan Bratislava. This should be first versus second, really. It should be a top of the table clash. But because Slovan Bratislava have had an awful start to the season, or awful first half of the season, really, or first half of the regular season, we're in a position where we can lose this game and it not actually affect us massively right now. But Capanadze wants us to get the 3 points here. He drives into the area, finds a ball towards Mateta Pepper, who puts that one well over the crossbar. And it won't be troubling the keeper. New 71,500 seater stadium. Just fix the San Siro. I mean, it is really... You can tell it's age for San Siro. It is not the most comfortable place to be as a spectator. Toilets are awful. Queues are awful. The stairs are awful. Everything's like, you know, it's not. You can tell it's old and tired, but it would be such a shame to lose it. Hertz into the area, puts the cross across the face of goal, behind for a corner. Sorry, goal kick. R.I.P. Verdiglimp 2-2. Amazing. Right. The good news is we do seem to be on top in this game in terms of possession, XG, shots, corners, if that's important to you. Match momentum is all us as well, pretty much. Because it's all us, isn't it? And the XG story is looking pretty good. We just can't put an effort in the back of the net. We can't seem to get ourselves a decent highlight yet. And I'm starting to think that maybe the front four that we've got aren't the best front four we've got available to us. We're giving so many chances here to Ramadan, Gruber, Mateta Pepper and Trusa. And whilst they were brilliant to start the season, they've not done a whole lot recently, have they? We've been relying on the cavalry off the bench a lot, haven't we? And I think maybe we need to start thinking about changing a few of these players around a little bit. I'd like to see their recent form and see exactly how well or not well they've been playing, essentially. Half-time here, it's still 0-0, but despite the number of chances we're creating, we really need to do something with this. I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen from this team. You better go out there and score a goal immediately from the kickoff, otherwise there will be trouble. And I think I could be in trouble because I was not in my technical area there. That's something to keep an eye on. Make sure I'm in my technical area. Oh no. Free kick, Slovan Bratislava. In a very good opportunity to score off the crossbar. Whew. We have been saved by the woodwork a number of times this evening, haven't we? A number of times. Okay. I think if we don't have another highlight before the 60-minute mark, we change. We change a few players. Gruber's corner. Left-footed in-swinger. Somehow cleared. Handball? Penalty? Wait, let's go back 10 seconds and try and watch that back again. It looked a little strange, didn't it? I want to go slow so I can see this. Gruber. So he gets ready to take this corner. He pops it into the middle. And then here. Oh my word, that's the red card. Ref, come on. I want the red card out here. That is damning. Get him done. Get him done. Early bath time for him. Right, crap. What we need to do here as well. We need to get back to live. Oh shit, it says disable until the match is live again. Right, pause. Tactics. Quick. Penalties. Oh, Hertz is on it. That's fine. Hertz is on it. Oh, I feel better about that now. But is there someone else that I want on penalties? Oh. It is still to a penalties already. I think Truser needs a goal. I'm going to put Truser on this. I hope this confirms. I hope this works. Is he taking it? I think he is. 46 Truser. He gets the goal. He gets the goal. Good. Whew. Nice one. Nice one. Looks like one thing at a time, because I don't think a card was given for that infringement. I mean, to be fair, in reality, I don't think that would be given as a red card, would it? I don't think. I mean, it looked pretty blatant to me, but I don't think in reality that would be given as a red card. Should be given a yellow, though, shouldn't it? I would imagine. Oh, well. We're winning. That's the main thing. We've taken the lead here. And can we do it again from Kapanadze's corner on the far side to the far post? Cleared. Drops to Mateta Pepper. Gets into the area. And the number 93 powers the ball so hard against the keeper that the keeper can't stop it. All he can do is parry it into the back of the net. And now we can start to sit back and feel comfortable. The threat of taking off Mateta Pepper, Truser, Ramadan and Gruber has resulted in, well, 3 of them there. In fact, all 4 of them being involved in the goals. I guess Gruber's corner got the penalty, which Truser scored. And then we had the corner on the far side. Wait, did Ramadan take it on the far side, or was it someone else? Either way, Mateta Pepper scored. I feel like they're all been involved in that, so let's not take them off just yet. Interestingly, Vukancic is the guy who maybe needs to come off at the back, actually, on a 6.5 rating. So we'll get him off in a second. Maybe Oro comes off too on a 6.7. We'll give Gruber and Ramadan a little bit more time to try and do something here. Oh, like almost score a goal. Unlucky, Ramadan. Unlucky. Right, Blazek needs to come on for Vukancic here. And then Oro is going to come off for Blaszko. No, for Santos, and then we'll bring Blaszko on for Hertz as well. Sorted. Cruz coming forward for Slovan Bratislava. Gruber with a nice little challenge in there, and he brings the ball forwards. The right winger is thriving now. Thank you. Advantage was played there. The rest going to pull it back. Sandro Cruz, red card for Slovan Bratislava. Whew. If that wasn't given, I was about to go mental. Thankfully, Slovan rightfully down to 10 men. And this should be an easy one for us to cruise to win now. Who's quite tired on the pitch? Ramadan is quite tired. Let's bring on Viktor Djukanovic. See what he can do. Vicara a little bit tired as well. Let's bring on El Kandusi. And Gruber is also a bit tired, so Redzic on... Oh, we can't do that. Okay, well, Gruber stays on the pitch instead then. In FIFA 96-98, one of the early ones, you could hit a shot so hard it would hit the keeper and mush him in the mush, knock him over and score. I rate that. How many seasons do you plan to play in the Champions League? Are you going to play him as save, or are you going to just play until you win the Champions League? I think we're going to try and play until we win the Champions League, which could take all of FM26, considering we only stream twice a week. And only once this week because I'm away for the rest of this week. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes in terms of number of seasons, etc., etc. But this first season is going well. And to be fair, we are halfway through the regular season, which is a third of the way through the entire season, because we have to play 10 games in the second portion of the season, don't we, when we split into that championship group. But right now, we're giving ourselves a fighting chance of winning our first ever league title at Dunajská Streda. Well done, great win for us. Everyone's very happy. And we've beaten Slovan Bratislava twice this season now. 7 points clear of Zemplín, having quite the battle actually for second place with Kamano and Spartak Trnava, who are now getting themselves up there after 12 games. But that's not bad at all, is it? That's not bad at all. We've got a cup game up next as well. Although looking at the time, I think we may be calling it before that game before that game starts. So I think we may call the stream just before there. I feel like I need an early night tonight. I've had a lot of late nights recently, 2 a.m. shifts, 3 a.m. shifts, putting in work to get some streams, the videos all sorted and things like that. So I feel like I need just a nice normal night, an early night in bed, and read a book for a bit and just chill out. Because I was feeling the stress today a little bit, to be fair. So it's been good to unwind with you guys, but I feel like I need to just get into bed and chill out for a little bit. So let's review what's happened this evening. We've actually got through quite a lot of games, to be fair, this evening. We started off, didn't we, with the Kamano game. A 2-2 draw there was not the best of starts of the stream, but we beat Košice, I think is how we say it. We beat Inter Bratislava in the Cup. We managed to come back against Trenčín in the 91st and 93rd minute with goals there. Drew to Genk in the Conference League. Then beat Skalica. Drew again with a 93rd and 92nd minute goal there against Prešov. Lost to Rosenborg, but we bounced back with a huge win there against Slovan Bratislava. It means that in the league table, after 12 games, just over halfway through the regular season, we find ourselves 7 points clear, and with a huge plus 22 goal difference. What a great start to the campaign. I mean, if we're ever going to win a league title, this is the year to do it. This is the year to do it. When you've got Slovan Bratislava down in 7th place, Žilina down in 8th place, Spartak Trnava in 4th place. I mean, Žilina and Bratislava are the ones that we should really watch out for. I know Trnava are pretty decent, but these two are the sides. And we've got double the points of Žilina. Double the points. There's no chance. There is no chance they are coming to challenge us. The only way we lose the league title here is if we just absolutely capitulate against a team like Zemplín. That's got to be the only way. That's got to be the only way. God, we are so good. We are so good. Right, thank you very much, everyone, for coming along this evening. Great to speak to you all. Hope you had a lovely evening. Hope you enjoyed playing some Football Manager with me. I really enjoyed playing that with you guys, so thank you for coming along. No stream Thursday, I'm away, so the next stream will probably be this time next week. I'll let you know if anything happens at the weekend for a stream. It might happen, it might not, but I'll let you know either way. Until next time, everyone, have a lovely evening. Lots of love. Speak to you all soon. Goodbye.